Hello and welcome to another episode of the CounterCast. How are all you vital idols doing? We got a hell of a show for you today. We're doing something a little bit different. We're doing something a little bit special. We've got the VTube takeover. Mama Akko a little bit late, but that's a-okay. We got a great show. As y'all know, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We gotta kill it today. We got a fun panel here. Starting off with my lovely and beautiful co-host, Cinevere. Tell the people who you are and what you do.
Oh, hey, cuties. I'm Cinevere. You guys can find me on all platforms as Cinevere, and I like to cover anime and gaming and, on occasion, a little bit of horror.
You love to see it. What about my brother from down under, the CounterCast OG, Niat? How you doing, homie?
Hey, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on. I'm Niat from Film Comics Explained. I do movie breakdowns, reviews, and I'm streaming now. So, yeah, we've got 2 streams every week.
And your streams are a blast, and it is a privilege to be a part of them. And then we got the guests. Hayden Wayne, my man, my twin, my VTube twin. Tell the people who you are and what you do.
Yeah, hey, thanks for having me on. Happy to be here. I've got my Hayden Wayne 75 on YouTube, and I'm Hayden Wayne 75 on X. And I occasionally make videos about, culture war stuff, games, stuff like that. Just things that really ignite a passion in me. And I make posts on X that piss people off. And it's funny.
and you have co-opted the letter H. I cannot see the letter H without thinking
yes.
of you now. Like 25 other letters. That one is yours. Last but not least, Lumi, you beautiful bitch. Tell the people who you are, what you do, and thank you for abandoning those dirty Negroes for to hang out with me today.
It's like this is the second time you've asked me to come on, and I'm like, this is New Blackstreet Week, you little shit. But I told it.
They've got a million other people they can fucking hang out with. All right, they be stealing my guests like in true black person fashion since they started their show.
That's fair. But hello, I'm Lumi. Right now I'm using my rat VTuber model, but I am mainly a mermaid VTuber model. I yap a lot. I play games. I hardly finish them, but
Based.
I just kind of chill. I just like to have fun.
Nah, you love to see it. I can't wait to have all you on. We've got a lot of good stuff to talk about. We got live action One Piece. We got Superman stuff. We got VTube bannings, the GTA. I mean, there's a Summer Games Fest coming up. There's a lot. Before we get into any of that, we got to pay attention to the lovely chat. And first things first, a 2-banger out the gate from Peepers is nothing on the foot fetish, the foot fish. Let's fucking go.
I don't like feet. Shut the fuck up. Fucking Arch, man.
Peepers, this is for you, man. I do truly appreciate it. Where'd it go? Hold on, I've got it. Oh no, did I delete it? There's no way I deleted it. Here it is.
I fuck one of the robot dogs.
Well, while we're talking about fetishes, that's for you, Peepers. A 2-banger equals 2 seconds. Let's go. Let's say hello to all these beautiful bastards in the chat. We have C-Brew here first. How you doing, C-Brew? Sergeant Tina in the house. Thank you so much, Sarge. Peepers, again, thank you so much. You didn't need to, but you did. Toxin is bricked the fuck up. Well, yeah, between I was gonna say between Lumi and Cinny, but maybe not Lumi today. This Lumi doesn't get me bricked up. Iron Oxide in the house. How you doing? Hani Mahawi, thank you so much for showing up, brother man. Rocky the Black Dragon is in the house. Unknown Entity, you love to see it. Cindy going to be here talking to you guys. Lucidity as well. Vince Zinger, a.k.a. Otaku Killer, the Weeb Pillar. However you say your fucking name. It's so goddamn long, bro. Hayden, of course, talking to you guys in the chat. Let's see. Well, we've got the ever lovely Piranha out here. Keebler is here. We got my boy Hypno. My absolutely, one of my homies, one of my inspirations. I'm not gonna make it any gayer than that. The lovely Sherry. Great picture you got going on there, lovely Sherry. You love to see it. You love to see a little bit more. Let's see who else we got. Zalozi is here. Bill Jones in the house. Nick Hovack. Faye. I believe we're getting damn close to this bottom here. Pause. Rabnad Scubla, how you doing, brother, man? Leonard Gostal is here, and you know what? I'm sure. Oh, Paul Byersmith, the IRL bestie. You can't forget the IRL bestie. And guys, there's more of you. We will get to you as the show goes on. It's like you, for example, Salty Butter Bags and Subhuman 84. But we got lots to do, lots to talk about. Before we do that, Yamato 85. My name is Leon. I was just an ordinary content creator guy until I got isekai'd into a VTuber anime world. Yo, I'll take it. I don't even usually do isekai, but that sounds like a good isekai. Sammy, my co-host over on 10-4 Haters. Thank you for showing up, brother. Someone got a vacuum running behind him. Hey, mate. It's not Hayden. All right, whatever it may be. Either way, guys, before we get into the degradation that is the internet, we're going to start this off the same way we start off every show, by saying what we're feeling good about, what we're feeling positive about. Hayden, let's start with you. Is there anything, either culture war, online, your real life, whatever it may be, that you're feeling good about, that you just want to get out your system?
So one thing that I'm really happy about is that I feel like this June has started off a lot less gay than the previous Junes of the past couple of years. And now it's not a full pullback, but it seems that there's a lot of it missing that we're used to seeing by the second of the month at the very least. And it's just not showing up quite as much. Now it's still out there, but it's a little bit buried under some other stuff going on. And that's something that it makes me feel like we're actually having a push. You know, this is a war that's going to keep going on, but we are taking back ground. We just got to continue to keep pushing back.
It's really weird that, because you're right, I have not seen a whole lot of corpo rainbows on X, and the ones I have seen are coming from sports teams. Like the last people you'd think would buy into this shit.
I don't know. Those locker rooms look pretty gay.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know what? Yep, I can't even come back from that. Louie, what about you? What are you positive about, girly?
And I've been staying off of Twitter this past week because I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14. And here's something. I did get accepted into the Funcom content creator program, so I'm going to be streaming a lot of Dune Awakening while I was going to do that anyway. But yeah, I got
into what content creator program?
Funcom. They're the ones that did Conan Exiles and Dune Awakening.
Nice.
That's going to be awesome. Dune Awakening is great.
Oh, like it's so much fun. I did the beta. I spent over 13 hours in that weekend beta. It was fucking great.
They never gave me access.
Fucking rip.
Big sad.
Yeah, well, you're not a pretty mermaid girl. Zax, my brother, how you doing? Put the man.
What's up? I'm repping the rainbow. Rainbow?
Oh, yeah, the straight rainbow. All the
straight rainbow.
Solid colors.
That's right.
How do you feel being surrounded by cartoon characters? Is this the first for you? Do you feel like you're living in what's Roger Rabbit?
I feel turned on a little bit, kind of excited. I like to be underneath you two, Leon, for once. It's normally I'm on top, you're on bottom, but this is fine too. It's June. Let's try new things.
Change it up to keep it, spicy.
Yeah. That's it. What's up?
Well, before we get into moving on, I was letting the panel talk about what they're positive about, what they're feeling good about. What are you feeling good about in life?
Well, I mean, this is a kind of a cop-out answer maybe, but it's summer here in Manitoba, and so I'm feeling good about that. We got a little bit of rain yesterday, so now everything's green. It's beautiful out, and I just came in from outdoors and doing my my dadly duties of keeping the yard up, and it's just nice to be outside, not have to get put on 8 layers of clothes to go to the car.
Dude, doing yard work, like I unironically love it. I push mow, for example, because I feel like I get a workout in as well as get to be outside. Like we have a riding mower, but no, I prefer the push mow because there's just something more physical. So yeah, I understand that one completely, and that is absolutely dadly and husbandly duties. By the way, Dragon Master Zero giving him 5 Words of Paradise memberships. Thank you so much. That's 5 new vital idols. You'll love to fucking see it. So you know what? This is for you. I will come anywhere you want me to come.
All over his backside, run!
I want to fuck you in the ass right now. Thank you. It's nice to get some appreciation around here.
Appreciate you, Dragon Master. You didn't need to, but you did. And then Hayden, you goddamn legend. You're on the panel. You don't have to do that, homie. But well, I gotta give you a clip now as well. So let's see what's a good one for Hayden. You know what? I feel like this one will be good because it's anime related.
It's a party. The more the merrier. Isn't that right, Si?
My IV.
Ironically enough, it's shonen and you hate shonen. So
I do hate shonen.
Thank you much, man. You truly didn't need to. And then we got Eric Jenkins coming in. Man, none of y'all want Nia to talk because what I'm getting from this, Eric Jenkins coming in with Spoovy. I appreciate you, brother. Spoovy indeed. And then let's you know what? I don't know what spoovy means. So
stop it. Get some help.
One black man can help.
Me neither. No idea.
Nia, my man, what are you feeling good about? What are you feeling positive about?
Well, I'm in the upside. What was that?
I feel like you need this positivity.
Yeah, I'm in the upside down, so it's freezing cold here. Unlike Sax, I have to do the opposite and put on multiple layers. I'm going through a bit of a rough patch in life as well, with a couple of things going on that I'm dealing with. So for me, I guess I'm positive about friends and family because they're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Anything we can do for you, we got you, homie. Because we all go through those rough patches, and whatever we can do to make it easy. I truly mean that, homie. You didn't even need to be here, and the fact that you did, it really doesn't mean the world to me. I feel like that doesn't ring much when you say it all the time. But
I appreciate
man, thank you so much. I hope we can get stuff set up for you. And then to ruin the mood, Toxin comes in with Leon Raw Dogs as Yeti Mike, no pop filter.
He does though.
Man.
I'd fuck one of the robot dogs.
Since dogs is in the words. Cindy, last but not least, what are you feeling positive about?
Oh, I am feeling positive about all you cuties on the panel and in the chat. You guys have been wonderful every day, and I am so grateful for it.
100%, absolutely.
That's
guys,
gay.
I know, right? I was trying to think of what the gayest thing I could say.
It's so fucking gay.
Pride Month, so it's allowed. It's Pride Month, so it's allowed. Niet, is Pride Month a thing in Australia as well? Is Pride Month worldwide, or is it like majorly?
I believe we do have a Pride Month, but it's earlier in the year. I think it's like February or March over here.
I wish it was
Australia's
February.
weird.
It's the shortest month, so like you wouldn't have to deal with this shit as long.
No,
It's
but
just weird.
but they can't have that because that's Black History Month.
Yeah, we don't have the same history as you guys.
That's a very good point.
What's odd is that like the alphabet people get an entire month, and like we've got like veterans here that get like a day or two at most. Even the king gets a day. It's just wild.
We don't have a day for the king because we kicked Britain's ass for that one, but we do have a single day for the vets and a single day for presidents that they all have.
I was about to say,
share.
all the presidents get one day, whereas fucking the Pride people get a whole month. Like 47 leaders of the free world, and the gays get an entire month.
Like Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, and he has to share a day with another president, doesn't he?
Yeah,
all of them.
All of them.
Others.
It's his birthday is the day that we give all of the presidents their day. I think it's Abraham Lincoln's birthday. I'm pretty sure.
I think so. It's like having your birthday on Christmas and you have to share your birthday with a fucking holiday. Oh, imagine. And also, I think this is the first time I'm actually like meeting you, Niet. It's nice to meet you. I've been a fan for years.
Oh, pleasure is mine, Lemmy.
That's amazing. Have you really you've been watching his videos and shit? Because I was in the same boat. I when I met Niet, was like, wait a sec, that's fucking guy's videos. What the fuck? It was surreal.
And heck, I didn't even know you went down the VTuber route. And I'm just gonna have to try to string you along for things. Like, okay, got another one. Let's go.
Eric Jenkins coming in with that 5 banger, says Leon eats fried chicken with grape Kool-Aid. Also Military Appreciation Month. Based Military Appreciation Month. Absolutely shout out to all the troops. Thank you so much. While we may hate our government, we love the people that will lay down their lives in service of what they think is a good cause. And so yeah, absolutely based. As far as fried chicken with grape Kool-Aid, fried chicken, yes. Fuck grape anything. Artificial grape is the goddamn devil. I don't do it. I will drink any other Kool-Aid besides that.
Leon, you got to listen to me here. There's an energy drink brand called Ghost. They have a Welch's grape flavor energy drink. It is so fucking good. You have to try it.
I'll try it. But I'm going to report back honestly to you whether it's good because I don't like Welch's, man.
I didn't expect it to actually taste good. I'm like, I will try any energy drink flavor once.
I feel you. I'm right now working with the watermelon C4 right here, and this shit's dope.
I feel like I tried the grape Ghost at one point. So no, there was a while that I was trying a bunch of different ones. I feel like that was one of them I tried, and if I remember correctly, yeah, it was pretty.
It was
good.
strangely
and you know
good.
What cartoon needs to come back? Grape Ape. I feel like we could do some really good stuff with Grape Ape in 2025. If anybody even remembers that cartoon, that's a real thing, by the way. Eric Jenkins, my man, this is for you. Thank you so much, dude.
I can blow. Oh, you ready to blow?
Yeah, I'm ready to blow.
Well, I'm a mushroom cloud laying motherfucker. Every time my fingers touch brain, I'm Superfly TNT. I'm the Guns of the Navarone.
And then he came in with another 5 bangers that per Donald J. Trump, 45 and 47 president of America. So nice elected him. Absolutely. You love to see it, dude. Thank you. And look at that bar. Look at that bar just growing with you guys doing those donuts and whatnot. It's I'm really glad Hypno taught me how to implement that. That's just such a nice look, dude. And you keep it going. Air Jings for another $1.99. Someone say grape. No, not drink. Drank. Grape drank.
You spelled it wrong, Eric.
Purple drink.
All right, guys, we're gonna get into this, and I figure we're gonna start off a little bit light. We're gonna cover something that, frankly, I don't know how many of y'all are gonna be into. But I know the Zax and Niat got thoughts on this, and we didn't get to it on any of the other streams I was on. I was surprised to see. So, Bingo Bango Bongo, True Detective creator Nick Pizzolatto says he has an idea for a new story featuring Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson characters. We've talked about getting back together and doing it. I think the guys are open to it. For those of you that have seen what is unabashedly the greatest season in television history, True Detective Season 1, what do you think of this?
I've never seen it.
This is very interesting. I will definitely be watching. I'll definitely be keeping notes on what the fuck is going to happen here, because McConaughey and Harrelson is a very interesting combination. I can't wait to see what they do.
Have you seen? So the show is an anthology show. Every season follows a different cast, but they were the stars of the first season, and it's truly the single greatest show ever made. Is season 1 of this show, like bar none.
Better than The Wire.
So if you haven't seen it, I would recommend it. It's only 8 episodes long. You will fall in love.
Okay.
I just rewatched it, and it is worth a rewatch. It holds up, and if these 3 guys want to get back together and do the show, then please do it. And if it sucks, then that's too bad. But I think if anyone deserves a shot to do it again, it's these guys. And like that, the season 2 was season 3 was pretty good. Season 4, don't watch, but season 1, it's rewatchable. It's one of the best. Yeah, like Leon said, I don't hate agreeing with Leon, but it's one of the best first seasons ever on television for sure.
Whenever you were talking about the good season, bad season thing, it sounded almost like you were talking about American Horror Story. So if it's something like that,
I stopped at 4.
Yeah, I didn't even watch 4. Season 1, I've rewatched twice. Like I've seen it 3 total times. I've watched it and I've rewatched it twice. And every time I catch something new, it's not a streaming show. I mean, obviously you can watch on streaming. What I mean is like, it's not one where you can be on your phone or whatnot. You've got to be paying attention. It's so intricate, so well written. It's got such great character work. And Niat, I know you're a big fan as well. And we didn't end up getting to this on your show. So what are your thoughts on this?
I love the first season. I got it on Blu-ray and 4K as soon as it was available. I've watched it like 4 times. The first season in particular, like Zach said, the series sort of got worse as it kept going. Second season was fine. Third season, I wasn't a big fan of. And then the 4th season, it fell off. And I think that Nick wasn't the showrunner or writer for the
he
4th
was only
season.
Producers of season 4.
So I'm happy. I think I'd be happy to see him come together with Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. I think the trio make a really good combination. But I'd be worried about them just bringing the band back together for the sake of it, rather than because there's a really good story that they want to tell.
Good point. Yeah,
and that is my exact concern: is are you doing this because there is a story to tell, or are you doing it, purely to bring the band back together? Because those are 2 very different reasons to get a show going. I will say I disagree a little bit on your season 3 take though. Like season 2 is fine, I agree. Season 3 isn't as good as season 1, but damn, I thought it was really good, and it's. Season 1's a perfect 10. Season 3's a solid 7.5 for me. But I also might be biased because it takes place like literally an hour from where I live, and so like all those locations are relocations. I've been to them all, so it like felt very close to home for me.
I do think that with season 3, Mahershala Ali and was the guy that played Blade's nemesis.
Yeah, what's
Stephen
his name?
Dorff?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I thought that they were a great pairing. They were the closest to the McConaughey and Harrelson in terms of the series. I just didn't like the character writing and the plot progression and the story essentially in season 3. But yeah, I can see why you like it.
So yeah, I'm again unabashedly biased. Also, I also really like that if we ever get the Blade movie with Mahershala Ali, then yes, season 3 is like you can headcanon that to tie it into Blade somehow because Stephen Dorff and then Mahershala Ali, both Blade characters. So
So
yeah,
Leon, I want to ask though, is this different characters, right? I'm assuming it's anthology. They'll come back with different characters, different story, not continuation, right?
I assume they're wanting to play. They're going to have them play the same characters because in season 3, there's actually a cameo of like a newspaper article about their case that you see on like a laptop. So I assume it's going to be them coming back for like a new case, or maybe if you remember season 1. Well, shit, I don't want to spoil it. The big bad is never really resolved. We'll leave it that way. So I mean, they can technically continue with that line of storytelling, the political side of it, but I don't know if that's what he would do. But that's an option.
I think if they were going to make a comeback, and so I haven't watched the show, but I think if you're going to bring back McConaughey and Harrelson for a show, you have to have them play the same characters if it's part of the same show. Otherwise, things get weird, and you start running into weird, like, you know, continuity problems, stuff like that. Like, if they bring them back as the same characters and just continue a story, or even give them a new story, I think that if season 1 was the one that people loved, as long as they do it justice, then I don't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah.
What you're saying makes sense, except for that it's a time jump in the season 1, not to spoil it, but there's a lot of time that goes on. So you'd have to either find something in the middle there somewhere or tell a story after the end of the first one.
And see, that was my thought. We're never going to see the young versions of them. It's got, because you can't really do the time jump thing a second time all the time. That's what made the first season very interesting. So either way, I'm stoked for it. I'm hoping it gets done. And if it gets done, I'm hoping it gets done right. Just like how I'm hoping this gets done right. We're going to watch this quick minute and 18-second video here. The Chopper reveal for live action One Piece. First of all, who here watched live action One Piece? Besides
I did. I enjoyed it.
Loved it.
Wait, Hayden, did you say you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I liked it. I like the live action. I haven't seen the anime, but because by the time that I was looking at getting into it, it was like, oh, it's already at over 80 episodes. Like, never mind, I'll just wait.
And now it's over 1,000.
And now it's over 1,000.
And so, guess what? Your boy's seen every episode, some of them multiple times.
I did really like the live action. It was enough to get me curious about the manga and about the anime. I haven't dove into those, but I do like the story. I like what they did with the live action. So I'm excited for season 2.
Yeah, it's unironically the best live action anime of all time. And this is the character who's not in season 1 because he comes in right after where the first season of live action ended. And the big question from a lot of people was, how is this character going to be done? He's a talking midget reindeer. And this is how he's being done.
Chopper, you're hiding the wrong way. We can all see you. Chopper, come out!
Hi, Tadoom. My name is Tony Chopper, and I'm sorry I can't be there in person, but... Oh, I'm supposed to tell you about One Piece Season 2.
Aww.
Help! Someone call a doctor! Oh, wait. I am a doctor.
Come on, Chopper. You can do it.
Oh, okay. One Piece Season 2 is coming in 2026, and you'll get to meet new friends and foes, and me.
You did it, Chopper! Everyone, give him a hand!
Wait, is it over? Shut up! I don't need your clapping, you jerks. I mean it!
Sadly, they can't capture his facial expressions well.
He's still adorable, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I am so glad it's dubbed in Japanese.
He looks good, but it seems really fucking annoying.
He is honestly my least favorite member of the entire crew. Oh, sorry, go for it, Lumi. Go on.
Honestly, most animal sidekicks are annoying as shit.
Yeah, it's. I don't know what you're. Akko, that looks good. That's a very nice. YouTube model. Yeah, there you go. Everybody say hi.
My
to Mama Akko.
apologies.
Show up. Bud. How you doing?
I'm good. I just got home from work.
Well, again, thank you for joining. You rushed here. You didn't need to. I was like, I expect you to be late, but no, this is a-okay, and I appreciate it. Are
was
you a
at the
One Piece
last
fan?
moment. At the last moment, my boss was like, "No, you can just go home."
Oh, nice.
And the stars align, baby. The stars align.
Indeed.
Well, Akko, are you a One Piece fan?
I have not had the time to sit down and go through all 1,000 chapters of One Piece. I started. I have a couple of the mangas, but other than that, not really. I have definitely not watched the live action version though.
No, the live action is incredible. So for those of you that seen the live action, that you enjoyed it, this character, manga, anime, whatever it may be, is one of my least favorite characters. But he's the doctor of the crew. He's a very competent character. He's just also, I mean, like Lumi said, kind of an annoying animal sidekick sort of thing. In my opinion, they nailed it perfectly. Which, on the one hand, hey, that's great for source material accuracy. On the other hand, that means he's going to be annoying as shit in this as well. But is this the sort of thing that introducing a character like this, seeing those visuals? Does that make you worried for season 2? Are you happy with source? And this for the panel as a whole. Do you think that's good for? It's going to help. Like, what are your thoughts on it?
I feel mostly positive about it because, like I said, I don't know the character. I find that little clip cringe as fuck, but the visuals look good. And if the character is like, I'm already hearing people tell me that the character's annoying anyway. If the visuals look good, then it's not going to look out of place in the series. And I feel like, okay, it could fit. Like, I'll probably hate the character, but at least they're sticking true to source material. They're telling the story, and they don't have absolute shit CG. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I was impressed with the CG as well. Lumi, what about you?
The CG is really good, and obviously they're going to have limitations that they can do with like facial expressions and everything, especially with the style of CG that they are going for. I'm sure they could probably do maybe some mildly extreme facial expressions with him, but it's just going to look a little awkward with his little animal body.
Yeah, it's going to be very stiff.
It's going to be stiff, but I'm optimistic.
I've seen a lot of people say that they want it redesigned because it looked like when the first Sonic iteration came out.
Oh, you have a point.
A lot of people said that it looks that bad.
I don't get that. I mean, to me, it looks like like here. Let's see if does it show up on my screen. Hold on a sec.
I feel like they could do it better.
There you go. The character you can see off like the right over here on this tapestry I got in the background. Like, I think it looks relatively fine. But I mean, does he look realistic? Yeah, but the One Piece live action kind of nailed that balance, at least in my opinion, of anime and realism. So I unlike Sonic, which I think has this very cartoony world, and it was like they made the character did not look like the character like in the slightest. I think this does look like a realistic version of the character, which is what One Piece has done so far with everyone.
It definitely looks realistic. I've just seen some complaints for people like, "Oh my gosh, redesign it."
I can see the argument though, because of the stiffness of the face. I could see why people would say, "Hey, you should probably fix that," because the fur does look really matted and weird. But like overall, as a design, it doesn't look terrible.
I'm trying to see if that's the same voice actor that does the anime. Because if not, they got a very close actors. Like, it sounds almost one for one like the. No, it looks like it's not. Someone called Michaela Hoover.
Huh.
And they're doing the mocap for her face as well. Either way, the actress sounds very close to the anime, the English anime dub, which is I'm okay with. But yeah, all in all, I'm just hoping Netflix has an issue with season 2s. I'm hoping that this one doesn't come down that cursed path. But we got Joe Manganiello as Crocodile. He's a fantastic actor, so him playing the lead antagonist, I think, is a boon for it. He actually sat down with the creator of One Piece and was like, "All right, teach me everything I need to know about this character, the history, the backstory, things that weren't even in the manga, so I do it right." There just seems to be a lot of love and care put into this that I think actually does respect the source material, and that's what we've all clamored for. So, annoying character or not, I at least think it's going to be good.
Well, even if you go back to season 1, right, they did a really good job with setting up the CG, and you've got Luffy and his extending arms and rubber body, and it didn't look like offensive at all, right? Like it fit perfectly in the way that they had made the show. So that makes me feel cautiously optimistic, shall we say, about what they
$10 says the stretching CGI for Luffy in the Netflix show is better than the CGI for Mr. Fantastic in the MCU movie.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
yes.
I'd agree with that.
Absolutely.
Nia, did you watch live action One Piece? I didn't hear.
I did, yeah, no, I loved it. I've only seen a few episodes of the anime, 1,000 episodes. Ain't nobody got time for that. But the live action was great. I thought, based on what I've seen of the characters in the anime, they did the characters really well from a writing perspective, and also the way that they looked was phenomenal. Hayden's already mentioned Luffy's arms, but a lot of the characters in the anime are very over the top, and so it's hard to transpose that into live action. But I don't know. I thought they did a phenomenal job. As for this character, he does look a bit odd to me. I haven't seen him in the anime yet, so maybe that's why. Also, the clip that we saw, he's moving, but he's got a very static background. I think once we see him integrated with the other characters on the ship, and with like moving backgrounds, we'll be able to assess whether or not he looks right.
So let me see if I can pull up a side-by-side image of the two. Actually, that'd be just for the to be able to tell if it's accurate or not. So here's one right here. Open image in new tab, and let's share the screen. So this is the live action versus the animated, or the animated, the anime.
Man, I don't like this. It looks creepy to me, honestly. It's Kim McGrath is a bit cringe too, but I didn't think I liked the show, and I fell in love with season 1. So like I do love this series, and so I'll trust what they're doing, and it may fit well with the other characters in context. But with that one scene, it was just off-putting a bit. It's kind of cringe, but like you said, it's that character you don't love anyway. So in context, it may be good, but I did love season 1, so I'll trust them and go with it.
I actually agree with how they did that commercial advertisement wasn't very good because it's just him solo. Like Nia was saying, you don't have him in context with the other ones. It's also it's just a cringy way to introduce that character, even if it's accurate to the character.
But what if that was the intention, right? To show off the CG of this character, and also for it to be cringe, because as many people as I have heard say they hate this character, it would kind of go with the source material to introduce him in a very cringy way and be like, hey, look, this is the model that we've created. You can see like the individual little locks of fur. I don't know. And I don't like that they did this right next to the super expressive anime face. They probably should have used another anime depiction to compare the two of them, like one with a closer look. But I mean, I can see the resemblance for sure.
That's some nightmare fuel there in that one. Those eyes are just looking at me.
Yeah, I like the realistic eyes. That's just me. I'd rather that than some the very anime no pupil sort of thing.
Sure.
What's weird to me is this character can transform and turn to a buff, jacked fighting monster by taking a certain drug. I'm more concerned about how they're going to do that. But again, I don't know that you're going to see that in season 2 anyway. It's been a long time since I've seen these early episodes. But
maybe they'll bring back the Dare program.
Oh, good old Dare, man! I missed that. All right, let's have some fun with this next one. Right here, Warner Bros. Were eyeing Michael Bay to direct the new Superman film starring Cavill back in 2022. Who saw this news today? It dropped relatively earlier today or late last night, whichever.
I didn't see this.
So they learned nothing.
I was gonna say, what do you think? What do you think would have been better?
Yeah.
Michael Bay, Cavill Superman, or James Gunn Superman?
Oh, Cavill.
I definitely think we're going to get a lot of explosions. That's for damn sure.
Michael Bay is so unabashedly American, using the military and everything. I think we actually would have at least gotten a Truth, Justice, and the American Way Superman if he'd have done this.
Yeah, I think so.
I would watch it, I guess. I think part of the issue with us with James Gunn is that we've been agonizing over the details of this movie now for how long, and so this just sounds wacky, and I would like to go see it now because this is it's different from what we've been talking about. It sounds interesting. Could be fun.
Nia, what about you? Would you watch that? Cavill.
I'm kind of conflicted because I do love some of Michael Bay's films. Like I love The Rock. I actually have a soft spot for the first Transformers movie. I thought it was awesome as hell.
I do as well.
Yep.
And he's made a couple of other movies that I enjoy. But at the same time, like his recipe to script writing is as many explosions and booms and as possible, right? He doesn't really delve into nuance. I don't think he really understands character writing. He does know how to make a blockbuster. So his Superman would definitely be a major blockbuster. As you said, we'd probably see Superman saying truth, justice, and the American way for the first time, which we haven't heard in a long time. That would be nice.
We would also see skyscrapers getting knocked down and exploding like they were filled with propane tanks. So
exactly.
And you know what? Sometimes that looks really cool.
Yeah.
Do you think that he would have been receptive to, because we all know how much Henry Cavill is like, hey, get the character right, source material matters, things like that. Do you think he would have been receptive to Henry Cavill being like, here's what Superman should be, shouldn't be, things to that effect, and give him sort of reign of the character?
I kind of feel like that might be why part of why Gunn fired him.
Really?
I don't know, but I feel like Gunn had his own vision and Cavill knows Superman, and maybe Gunn wanted to do his own thing.
I hadn't actually heard that take that he.
I mean,
there's
it's
been
just
a lot
a
of
thought.
reasons, people's speculation as to why Gunn fired Cavill, but the fact that Cavill would have actually stood up to Gunn is one that I've not heard yet.
Like I said, it's just a thought, and we know that Cavill does stand up to directors. Right. That's why he's not on The Witcher anymore, right? Because he was like, no, this is not how this would work. That's why we were so worried about the Warhammer stuff as soon as we found out Amazon was involved, because Cavill will fight for accuracy. And we all saw the trailer, and the consensus seemed to be, well, that's not how Superman would act. And I had my arguments for the reason that he acted that way, but I think that Gunn had a story he wanted to tell, a Superman that he wanted to portray, and that Cavill wouldn't have gone along with it. And I don't know. Like I said, it's just a thought that I have. I hadn't heard anybody else say it either, but that's just kind of my thoughts on it. There was no way they would work.
That's an interesting thought, Hayden. I mean, I've got three things to say. One is that Henry Cavill is a source material purist, right? And when he works on projects, he becomes quite emotionally attached to the characters, to the world building, and to the vision of the original author. The question that you asked, Leon, secondly, whether or not Michael Bay would have listened to Henry Cavill, I don't think so, because Michael Bay is notorious for being a bit of a prick on set, and when he clashes, when he clashes with an actor, he'll just fire them. This is why we didn't see Megan Fox in like Transformers 2 or 3.
He's just I forgot about that.
She called him one of the World War II bad guys.
Yeah,
and he fired her immediately.
So we know that about Michael Bay. Thirdly, sorry, I'm going on for a bit. Just to touch on what Hayden was saying about James Gunn and why he didn't use Henry Cavill Superman. The DCEU was ultimately a failure, right? Like, say what you want about whether or not you enjoyed the films from a subjective perspective, but from a box office perspective, these movies, with a few exceptions, like the first Wonder Woman and Aquaman, they didn't make their money back. Man of Steel was a flop. Batman versus Superman, I think, also was a bit of a flop, and they were sort of aimless. So when James Gunn was told he was going to be in charge of the new DC universe, he wanted to differentiate himself and distance himself as much as possible from the world that Zack Snyder had created. And as much as Henry Cavill was a great Superman himself, it would have been difficult to bring him in while trying to tell a new story. So, but you're also right, Hayden. Like, James Gunn is as much of a dickhead as Michael Bay is. So yeah, it could also be because, you know, he would have butted heads with Henry Cavill.
I'm so glad you say that, because that brings up part 2 of the James Gunn Superman discussion. James Gunn shuts down Superman vs. Fantastic Four rivalry talk, encourages positivity instead of online fan wars. We're not even going to go through the article. I've read through it. He basically just says, hey, there's room for both. Why we got to fight? And to me, this means he funnily misunderstands nerd culture if he's saying this shit.
Yes, exactly. DC and Marvel fans have always fought. What do you mean?
He definitely isn't capitalizing on it, which is going to probably bite him a little bit. I don't know. Kind of makes it look like he's not that much of a fanboy.
if you know his, sorry, Hayden, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I think what he's going for here is that he's gonna try to do a Barbenheimer thing, right? He wants the movies to be, because he doesn't understand that the reason those movies worked was one was targeted at a female audience, one was targeted at a male audience. They opened at the same time, and he doesn't get that. He's trying to bring together two fandoms that have been clashing since the very beginning.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say, if you know James Gunn's history, you know that statement is absolute bullshit. Like, he doesn't care about positivity. He especially doesn't care about positivity between DC and Marvel. He's still salty about Marvel firing him while he was working on the third Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
I love my friends at Marvel.
No, he doesn't, which is why the third Guardians of the Galaxy movie was sort of like a fuck you both to Marvel and to the fans of Guardians of the Galaxy. Bear in mind, the film ends with all of the members of the Guardians of the Galaxy going on their own adventure. They're no longer a family, and that film is supposed to be about family. So, no, I don't buy it. James Gunn.
Yeah, word on the grapevine, Vin Diesel hated Guardians 3. Like,
I still haven't seen it yet.
You're not missing much. I would not. I don't know how y'all feel about Guardians 3. I wouldn't recommend it. It was the best of a bad situation, is the nicest way to put it.
That bad, huh?
I didn't ever watch it.
It's fine.
I don't watch superhero movies.
Are you not going to see Superman, Lumi?
No.
Wow. All right. What about you, Mama? You going to see Superman?
Me? Probably. Depends. I don't really have family nearby me to go see it, and I typically went to go see movies with them. But if I have a friend that wants to go see it, maybe.
Hayden, you do. How often do you go to the movies? I know you talk a lot of culture and stuff, but do you actually see American movies, or you mostly stick just the Eastern stuff like Senny?
No, I do watch American movies, but I only go if I feel like they're gonna be good. I am kind of notorious for going, nope, looks like shit, not gonna watch it, because my nearest theater is 45 minutes away and only has 2 screens. So I've got to make a whole like trip of it. Right, like it's got to be okay. We're gonna go out for the day, watch the movie, have a good time, and then hang out at the bar that the theater's in, and it's got to be a whole event whenever we go somewhere. Like occasionally, I'll go the opposite direction, another 45 minutes to go pick up, like if Cinemark has like a cool popcorn bucket, something like that. It's with a movie that I want to see, but like I have to drive for almost an hour to make it to the movies, and there's not that many screens. So I weigh it basically like, is the trip going to be worth it? And for Superman, just because we've been watching it so long at this point, I'm kind of like, okay, you know what? If I happen to be off work on a weekend that it's out and I don't have other shit to do, I guess I'll go watch it. But if a video game comes out or I get invited onto some other streams or something like that, like I'm just going to do that instead.
Is the last movie you saw Sonic 3? Is that the last one you saw in theaters?
It might be.
Wow. That was like 6 months ago at this point. That's crazy. Well, I mean, maybe it's not. For me, for someone who like looks at the theaters, their church. But again, I'm a huge Superman fan. Because I'm actually over superhero movies as well for the most part, like Lumi. But like I'm a big Superman fan in general, so I was going to see this. Even if it's bad, I'm going to see it because I need to be able to talk about it from that fan perspective. Like, not even make videos on or anything. I want to know as a Superman fan. And Cindy, is this one that you're going to see? Because I know you're very picky and choosy about what you see as well. But I think you said you were actually going to see this.
I'm still considering it. I've got so much going on that it's like, unless it really, if I have time, I would consider.
Well, final thoughts on James Gunn and his ridiculous Fantastic Four statements before we move on to hitting some of those soups.
Wait, you said Fantastic Four? Hell no, I'm not seeing that.
No. What I meant was like James Gunn talking about Superman versus Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, then I would watch Superman over Fantastic
absolutely.
Four, but I would watch neither actually. After I saw the more newer updates, then no.
I think the newer updates what people like. Oh, go for it, Hayden. My bad.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I think I have a very like kind of vague interest in seeing Superman, just because like I feel like I can like kind of detect where Gunn is trying to go with the character of Superman and the character of Clark Kent, and them being two completely separate characters, but the same person, right? Like Superman is going to be the more kind of stoic, whereas Clark is going to, like, from that interview scene, I've said multiple times that I feel like Clark goes into that interview with thinking, okay, his girlfriend is going to interview him as Superman, and Lois goes into it from the perspective of, I'm a reporter who's going to interview Superman. So she starts to hit him with the hard questions that Clark doesn't want to answer, but Superman needs to answer. And it causes him to go right back into Clark and be emotional about it because they've been in a relationship for a little while. And I think there's something that you could tell there as far as the story goes of Clark and Superman being two different people, but the same character. And I'm interested to see how he's going to build that out. So, like, I want to see it, but like I said, there's nothing driving me to run to the theater whenever it comes out. Like, at the very least, I'll wait till it hits streaming and just catch it then.
And I'm pretty sure that wraps, because I mean, I agree with everything that that fucking Hayden said 100%. I think the dynamic between the two is great. Or if not great, it's at least what I want to see. It depends. Like, we'll see when the movie comes out if it's implemented well or not. But from the trailer, I think it's going to be great. The differentiation between Clark and Superman. But again, I'm a Superman simp, so we'll see. That being said, time to hit some supers real quick. Eric Jenkins for $4.99 coming in, says Mama Akko can teach Muddy Waters how to do a show. Yep, absolutely. Atreus needs to learn from Mama Akko. I couldn't agree more. And then he came in with another $1.99, says sub over dub. This is such a old debate. I'm gonna give my thoughts on it real quick. Anyone here who watches anime can give their thoughts as well. It depends on the anime. It also depends on what I'm doing. I'm just gonna sit there and watch it. 90% of the time, I'm going sub. However, I like to multitask. I like to be folding laundry, doing dishes, whatever it may be. If that's the case, I'm putting on the dub. Also, I go to a lot of conventions, anime conventions and whatnot. Usually the voice actors there are dub actors. And if I want to be familiar with their work, if I'm going to meeting them, talking to them, things to that effect. So very mixed bag. But Dragon Ball, always sub over dub. Anyone else got thoughts on that?
I'm in the same boat as you. Most of the time, though, whenever I watch anime, I like to devote my full attention to it. I don't like to multitask whenever I watch anime because I prefer sub over dub. And everybody will argue that, oh, the localization's the same. Erwin, I know you do this all the time, but
it's not, Erwin. It's not. Fucking not.
It's not, because you get closer to the actual Japanese with the sub than you do the dub. Dub, a lot of the time, they try to like localize it. They change what people are saying. They'll change the entire context of a story. Whereas in the sub, they will.
Hey, have you ever watched a Netflix anime? Like Naruto's notorious for this in a good way. Like, you pop it on Netflix in English. You also have English subs on. And what they're saying in the English subs is wildly different than the English dub. It's because the sub is translating the more accurate Japanese than what was. And it's infuriating.
As somebody who speaks a little bit of Japanese, I prefer to catch the words that I can catch in Japanese that the characters are saying and be able to use the subtitles to help me figure out what it is that they're actually like saying in Japanese. So I will always prefer sub over dub. But just recently, I watched My Dress Up Darling and Dan to Dan.
Oh, the dub for that is so good. I've seen both. The dub for it is so good.
I want to watch My Dress Up Darling in sub. I've watched the dub so far because I've been multitasking while I was watching it, and I'm not like I like it. I like
Season
My Dress
2
Up
this
Darling.
summer, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, and I just finished Dan to Dan yesterday because my girlfriend wants to go watch it in theaters, whatever it hits theaters, like I think next weekend. I don't know how I feel about the show. I kind of am off and on throughout various points of every episode, but that is what it is. But then I also watched No Gun Life, and I watched all of those with dub. And No Gun's Life, the dub is actually really fucking good.
No Gun's Life is one. I've got 3 dubs that are better than subs. No Gun's Life is one. Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal Alchemist. Those 3 dubs are better than the subs.
I would agree, because I watched the dubs of Cowboy Bebop and Full Metal Alchemist. So I didn't ever feel the need to go back and watch the subs on it. But most other anime that I watch, I'm like, nah, I gotta watch this in sub, which means I can do nothing else but watch the anime. So time constraints, man.
Lumi, Mama Akko, Cindy, what are your thoughts on this?
Dub.
There's like,
excuse me, sub.
there are very specific anime that I honestly like the dub better. Like, for example, Black Butler. That one, the dub is
you
so
would be a
fucking
Black
good.
Butler fan, you fucking skank. Sorry, go on.
She's a woman. What do you expect? What?
Hey, I'm sorry that fucking God's gift to Shotacons is in that anime. So shut the fuck up. And also,
I don't actually hate Black Butler. I just hate all the cosplayers I've seen at cons that are fans of Black Butler. So...
Well, that's why you ignore the cosplayers and you just enjoy, like, all the fan art and stuff. Oh, the fan art is so fucking good. And I don't care what anyone says. I love Eloise Trancy from season 2. I don't care if he's not canon, but him and CL is just perfect. Anyways, Bleach is also another one where I really like the dubs. Because I like the English voice actor for
Bleach has a
Ichigo.
good dub.
Mm-hmm.
Bleach has
I like both for Bleach. Yeah, sub and dub. I like both.
Yes. What was another one? Well, obviously, Full Metal Alchemist has a really good dub. Everyone's favorite dub that you need to watch with friends, Bible Black.
Bible Black is great, but Ghost Stories is better. Ghost Stories, I exclusively watch dubbed because it is amazing. Have any of you guys heard of Ghost Stories? Do you know what this is?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's like
it's the best anime of all time, and nobody can say otherwise.
Ghost Stories, it's fucking great because, like, this is when everyone was just filming in the college dorm before Funimation was actually a thing. They were all just getting together. They were either drunk or high on something while they were recording.
Well, and that's the same thing that you get with like Bleach and with FMA, right? Is it's back before our culture was being taken over by a Marxist group that was trying to change stories and change things. And so whenever you go back that far, yeah, you can get great dubs, but it's more of the stuff that like after 2012 is really when the dubs started to fall off and they started localizing things a lot heavier. Like, remember what anime was it that they took the omurice and the rice balls and they changed it out with fucking jelly donuts?
That's
Pokemon. That was Pokemon.
That was in the 90s, though.
What's that?
Yeah, it was in the 90s.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and didn't Samurai Pizza Cats have like a similar situation as Ghost Stories?
Like, I don't know. I never saw that. Hold on. We're not going to watch the whole thing. It's 4.5 minutes. But just to give some of you that have no idea what we're talking about a taste of what this dub was. The voice actors straight up just did not give a fuck and basically rewrote everything. These are some of the lines. These are 100%. This is real. It's not a fan dub thing.
Or according to Born Again Betty, hell, since after all he is Jewish.
They didn't have a script.
What do you want? Huh? I think she's right. You are retarded.
Black family in Bush, America.
Oh my god.
I mean, I like Terry O'Quinn and all, but that guy's a freak. Is Naveen Andrews still screwing Barbara Hershey? Remember her lips and peaches? Why do fags like that movie so much? God. Oh, perfect.
Bro, this anime literally had the line, why do fags like that movie so much?
Yeah.
Like, if you've never seen this dubbed, this
beautiful.
is the whole show is shot like this. It's amazing.
It's like the Ghost Story dub was the, like, groundwork for abridged anime. Because
honestly,
again,
you're right.
This was when all of the popular voice actors were still just filming in their college dorms. Funimation didn't exist. This was before any of the official dubbing studios existed at all.
All right, let's
I did not expect a Terry O'Quinn reference to this. A Terry O'Quinn reference at all, or Barbara Hershey. Terry O'Quinn reference in that anime, I did not expect that. He's the guy from Lost. He played Locke.
Yeah.
It's so good. Zach, for the comedy, you could get so many clips for your channel from that like you wouldn't have to change anything. I'm not even joking. You could just go to YouTube, just type in Ghost Stories dub. You'll get clips for your channel, and it'll
Leon.
It's beautiful.
Leon, before we move on, you have to get the rabbit clip. Come on, you got to get the rabbit clip.
Oh gosh.
Give me one moment. Let me.
I
see
am
if I can YouTube
surprised
that.
no one's mentioned Golden Boy.
Oh, Golden
my
Boy is
God, that's
fucking
such a
great.
dub. Ghost Stories Rabbit. Oh, I remember this scene now. All right, give me one moment here. Yes, it's 33 seconds long. We'll play out the whole thing.
Ghost Stories dub just made my list of anime to watch.
Oh, dude, this is. Yeah, we'll play all 33 seconds of this. This was not on the docket tonight, guys, but I'm so happy it's happening.
Since I am your favorite among these heathens, you are pathetic.
When he died, I was so sad that I would never hear that voice again. His laugh.
Touch me harder.
Shiro, help me, please forgive bringing you back to life. I know now that it could never work between us. As much as we wanted to, it could never be. Not because you're a rabbit, but because you're black.
Where has this been all my life? What?
I got it. I gotta get Kata Reyes to watch this.
This is getting exclamation marks on the watch list.
Oh my god!
It needs an underscore as well.
Chat.
All right, I will add an underscore.
For those of you in the chat, it's called Ghost Stories. I don't know what streaming service it's on. I think it's on Retro Crush actually, which is free. So yeah.
I want to know what's funny. It's like
That's
I'm
cinema.
honestly surprised that they actually have it on the Crunchyroll website too.
Oh, really?
Is it really? Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's because all of the original Funimation dubbed voice actors have been doing that. Like if you watched Ouran High School Host Club, the voice of Hikaru is that Jewish boy in Ghost Stories.
Oh, Greg Ayers. Yeah, he died actually a couple years ago.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, he died a couple years ago. Sad. Niat, homie, you didn't need to, but you did. Thank you so much. I need to make a Niat. How have I never made a Niat clip to this point? So instead, since we were talking about Superman, I'm gonna give you this one. Which I forgot to put sound to. Because I'm retarded. I don't use that clip. By the way, Niat, man, thank you, bro. I truly appreciate it, dude. You didn't need to.
My pleasure.
Aaron Jenkins coming in with that $9.99. Sorry, but I have to ask the most cringe. Anime in your opinion. Oh, the most cringe anime.
Oh man.
If anyone's got something off the top, go for it. I need to think about that because there's a
I need to think.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not a fan of Chainsaw Man. I saw a few episodes of that, and he's a bit of a cuck. It's kind of cringy.
Oh yeah,
yeah, a man after my own heart. Chainsaw Man's so overrated.
I've got a controversial one. I don't like Demon Slayer.
I was about to say that too.
Kick Hayden.
Yeah. It's just I watched I think like 2 episodes of it, and I was just bored the whole fucking time. I was like, when is this gonna end?
Boruto. Boruto.
I only watched the anime. I wasn't a fan of it, and Hypno was throwing a fit at me for not liking Demon Slayer. And then he's like, "It's amazing what you're talking about," because Hypno read the manga. Then Hypno sat down and watched the anime, and he texted me like, "I'll never tell you this again, but you were right." So apparently the manga is good, but like I can't stand Tanjiro as a main character. He's so fucking annoying.
Well, I mean, I
notoriously
don't like shonen very much. Like there's very few shonen anime that I will sit down and be like, okay, I'll watch this. Like one of them that I do like, I like Tokyo Ghoul, but it also sits kind of on the edge of shonen and seinen. Right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul kind of fell off for me after the first season. I'm like, this is just bad. I'm going back to the manga.
I liked it. I even liked Re, and I had a bunch of my friends telling me like, don't watch Re, just it ends at season 2. And I watched Re and I liked it, but I immediately like got what was going on. And I'm sitting there watching it with my girlfriend and I'm explaining everything. And she's like, how do you already know that that's what they're going to reveal later on? And I'm like, you don't see the lines connect. Like I'm sitting there with the pin board and all the strings going everywhere. I like know where it was going to go. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
Real quick, we got this one from Ronaldo Ramirez. Says Bleach anime was great, but the director's a dick for taking a lot of Otohime's love story with Ichigo. Love Rukia. Ichigo Otohime out of the way. Eric Jenkins says Rent a Girlfriend. I've not seen Rent a Girlfriend, but I've heard that it's a very mixed bag. Guys, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Let's go ahead and give you one more clip, and we'll move to our next topic.
Find Peter Parker.
Who the hell are you?
Thank you for that, Matt. I truly appreciate that.
My lawyer is going to be talking to you about that clip.
Well, hopefully I can redeem myself with this then, because Ubisoft, known as kings and queens and probably drag queens of the woke, posted this. I'm sure you've all seen it, and this goes back to what Hayden was saying about Pride Month and how we haven't seen a lot of gay shit. Are we seeing that fourth turning? Because the official Rainbow Six Siege account, it's okay to take out the mask. Strength and vulnerability are not mutually exclusive. June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. We'd like to encourage you to reach out to your friends, ask them how we're doing, pick up a game together, look out for one another. You matter. And then we got this image right here.
I saw this. I actually talked about this last night. Yeah.
All right, we'll start with you then, Mamako. What do you think?
When people say, "Oh, is Pride Month over?" I don't think that it's necessarily the Pride Month's over. I just think that it's no longer profitable for these companies to market themselves as like being pride accepting or using pride as a vector of selling products. So it's my personal opinion that there is no quote unquote end to it. It's just the companies have realized that there's no money to be made by trying to advertise it. So they're just not going to do it in the same great way that they are anymore. I know that some companies would still will, because we still do see it, but it's not profitable for a lot of these companies to do it, which is why they're not doing it anymore.
You are correct. Leon, click on their profile and go look at what they have in their bio.
All right. The official Rainbow Six Twitter account. They, them.
Pronouns in bio, baby.
For a fucking video game? I've never seen that.
Now, to be fair, there are multiple individuals in that account, so maybe they are all they.
All right, fair point.
How can a game have pronouns if it's like an official Rainbow Six Siege? It does not make sense.
Pronouns should be good, bad. Like, it's one of the two.
How can pronouns be plural? Same idea, right? None of it makes any sense.
Yeah, the reason I point this out is because, just like Oko was saying, it's just that they don't feel like it's profitable anymore. That's the only reason they're not doing it. They're trying to cater to the opposite audience who goes, okay, we care about men's health, because there was a divide of, is this Men's Health Month versus is this Pride Month? And they're leaning on the other side just to see how that goes and how their favorability might go up or go down. But we can see by the pronouns in the bio that they're not leaving the ideology that they've been a part of. They're just simply switching their stance on their public facing, posts that they make to focus on the other thing to see if that does better or worse. That's what it feels like to me.
Was that necessarily a bad thing? Like even if it is just the public facing stuff, is that a step in the right direction, or is that more obfuscation?
It feels like a step in the right direction, but it's also like, this is the easiest thing to pick up.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, oh, Men's Health Month, we'll just make one post about it being Men's Health Month whenever we're a game that's about men and war, and it's the easiest thing for them to do. It's not even a pivot. It's just a slight sidestep and saying, okay, we'll take this approach this time.
It's smart too. Why not cover all your bases? You promote everything. That's
sure.
Just makes sense, right? And they're doing it, and it's probably going to help, maybe.
Yeah, but they want to be special. They can't be special if you make everybody included.
Well, that's why there's still a they, them, Cinny. That's not going anywhere.
Oh, man, I wish it
we're
would.
talking about Rainbow Six Siege.
I've never seen a video game have pronouns in the bio. That is wild to me. I mean, Rainbow isn't their name, to be fair.
True. That is true. Was it just a meme, or did they introduce a wheelchair character in Rainbow Six Siege?
Are you
like a couple months ago?
I think they did.
What?
I'm pretty sure it was Rainbow Six.
Yeah,
it was.
He's a sniper.
They have a wheelchair character that is a drone operator. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my!
There you go. You can't walk, so you'll fly bombs to people.
That's amazing. I hope like because if this really was the military, because I've got a lot of military friends. I was never in the military, but I've got a lot of military friends. Some of them we stream with, Kata, for example. The absolute like ball busting and shit that goes on in the military, they better be making fun of that character. They better be calling him wheels. They better be making height jokes. They better be talking about how his dick doesn't work, shit like that. Because that's what would actually happen in the military. But I guarantee you that's not in the game.
No, I got it for you, Leon, if you want it.
No way. Let's add this to state. Why is it not 4% of the screen media? Oh, hold on, I've got to remove mine. Okay.
There you go. Rainbow Six Siege is wheelchair user Scopus as newest operator.
That sounds Polish, so he's probably retarded.
It's possible.
Yeah. It's a real thing though. It did happen.
That's
what did he
bananas.
do? Did he roll stiffly everywhere?
Is he a playable character? Is he part of the story? I don't know how these games work.
He's one of the operators, I think.
Oh my god.
One of the operators in multiplayer that you can play as. Yeah. I guess they just got rid of all of the stairs. I don't know.
Does he have a smaller hitbox because he's shorter because he's in the chair? Like, do you have an advantage playing him?
If a person is handicapped, why would they want to play handicap in a game as well?
No, his hands still work. His hands still work.
Physically handicapped.
I know.
Wait,
okay.
I like how this selling point here is
feel
that he has to overcome wheelchair using operator. It's
Wait, he's flying drones. What's he overcoming?
I don't know. Nothing.
Leon, can you share my screen? I've got a clip of the wheelchair operator.
Yeah. Give me 1 sec. Here it is.
Okay, so try not to laugh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
You're just gonna roll everywhere with authority.
He literally does.
Yep.
Oh.
Come around the corner. Or wait, where's he going?
So he pilots a robot with legs. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, not even.
So he's not even really in a wheelchair because he has a fucking mech suit to make him walk?
Oh God.
Don't be ableist, Leon.
Aren't they though? They're being
he's not
ableist by letting him walk.
So he's not a potato then. He's actually a cyborg.
No. The potato comes when they add Bella Ramsey to the game as a playable character. Well, staying in line with quote unquote, woke video games, things like that. Saw this post and it made me angry. So we got this initial post from KJN Gamer. The gaming community would be so much better if they were not involved. Ultimate Edition. Extension, Endymion, Melanie Matt, Cabrutus, JDA, Andy Pants, Ninja Marius, Grums, Your Source Games, Pirate Nation, Goat Gaming, Japan Hates Xbox. Now, I actually agree that the vast majority of these accounts fucking suck, but I'm also a free speech guy. Grums comes in and says, Ubisoft total reorg. Every forced woke game failing since 2024. Take-Two removing DEI language, which we'll talk about. That's also on the docket for today. Devs stop posting about anti-gamer, anti-white hate. Rise of AA games and no politics. Saving Black Myth Wukong from cancel culture journalists. You're welcome.
He's not
hate
wrong.
This. I think that he is. I think he's wrong for like at least half of these. But I also don't like the fact that Grums is so self-aggrandized and he says you're welcome as if he can take as if he's the one that's able to take credit for this.
So I look at this a little bit differently because I do think he's self-aggrandizing and there are takes that he has that I really don't like. But I do think that his little statement here is that it was a lot of us on this side of the internet that we weren't taking their opinions or anything. It was that we all banded together and said, no, we're not going to take this shit anymore. And a lot of the time it does take that, the social, where people come together and everybody realizes it. And you look at the person next to you and you go, yeah, you know what? You're fucking right. Like, I don't like this either. I don't want to be involved in this shit. And that's what we were missing early on whenever they started taking over the gaming space. So this just brought unity to people. It's not attributed to Grums or Melanie Mack or definitely not Yorch Torch because fuck that guy. But like, it's not attributed to them independently. It's that they were the voices for other people who didn't like it. So there is a cultural shift and movement happening They just happen to be the people that this person talked about, but so are all of us that talk about gaming, right? Because I've been saying the same things that they were.
Yeah,
they just had a bigger
and I have as well, and I mean, Zach says more for like television shows as opposed to gaming. And Niat, you've been on streams doing such. The issue I have is I think Grums is wrong with some of these statements, like saving Black Myth Wukong from cancel culture journalists. This is a Chinese game, like they weren't gonna bow and count out of that shit anyway. They told the journalists to fuck off, regardless of us, in my opinion. Devs, in my opinion, do still post anti-gamer and anti-white hate. We talk about it all the time. Well, yeah, real quick. Take-Two removing DEI language, and we'll talk about this more in depth when we get to that story. I don't think they did. I think they're obfuscating it. So
they didn't.
Okay, yeah, and now the Ubisoft total reorg. We as gamers did do that because like us not buying their shit over years made them fucking fail. And why do we not buy their shit? Because it was woke garbage. Every Force woke game failing since 2024. I don't know if that's true or not. I would need to like take a look and see what games came out throughout 2024, 2025, and see what's been successful. So, but I think there's at least 3 of these here that he's just wrong about. Not only just the "you're welcome" self-aggrandizing thing. I just think he's not correct about them.
Well, I think that there was a chance that Wukong could have, if we weren't speaking about it and saying that it was good, and I mean we as in the royal we, those of us that talk about gaming and stuff, not Grums and the other people. Like if we weren't speaking about how good it was, how much we enjoyed the game, and saying, y'all shut the fuck up. Like I think that had a big part in it being lauded as a success as far as the industry insiders go. Right. Otherwise, it still would have been a success, but it wouldn't have got Game of the Year for 2024 if it hadn't been for us saying, no, the game is good. It's us speaking out that actually helps to change things. Not
in that regard, I agree. Yeah.
Right. And that's kind of how I took this. And then devs stopped posting about anti-gamer, anti-white hate. Just look at Helldivers 2, right? Because their community manager, one of the reasons that they had the hard fall off was their community manager came out and was saying all of this dumb shit.
Oh, I remember. I covered that shit extensively.
Fired back. The community fired back. It wasn't about Grums or anybody else. They may have brought attention to what was happening, but whenever the community fires back, they immediately go, okay, maybe it's time you shut up now. Because that person had all of the flags in their bio, all the June flags. They were going after gamers, saying gamers were hateful in the Discord and stuff like that, saying they were trying to change gaming culture. It was a Baskinator who I believe has not been fired, but has taken the approach of shut the fuck up.
Very quiet last year.
They've said nothing for the most part. Not ever heard of them.
And that's kind of where I take what he's saying, where devs stop posting anti-gamer, anti-white. That's like the first glaring example that I can think of is Baskinator shut the fuck up. The Helldivers devs updated the game, made things better, and they've just recently had a massive resurgence because their community manager is quiet now.
Well, and real quick, Mr. Vegeta says Endymion and Hypno are how I heard about Black Myth. And here's the one thing I want to say about Hypno and also on SNH talking about Black Myth. People don't remember this, and why would they? News cycle is always changing and super fast. 2.5 years ago, it's about how long I've been on SNH. It's nearly 2.5 years now. We talked about Black Myth Wukong a year and a half before any of this stuff came out because Summer Games Fest or whatever game festival it was showed a trailer. And it was a complete unknown at the time. And we spent a solid 20-30 minutes on stream sucking off the reveal trailer. Like before there was any political anything attached to it. I don't even think we knew it was a Chinese game or whatever at the time because we only had that initial reveal trailer. So people, that's the difference, at least in my opinion, between Grums, Andy Pants, Source Torch, the what I consider right-wing grifters, the people that give those of us a bad name. They latched onto that game when it was part of the culture war. Whereas we on SNH were frothing the mouth over this game 2.5 fucking years ago when there was a single teaser from one gaming event.
It would have been my game of the year for 2024 if it hadn't been for Stellar Blade.
Oh, accurate. Have any of you played it on PC, by the way, yet?
I'm actually. Oh, is it out for PC yet? I thought just the demo.
The demo is.
The
so
demo
you can play
is
the
out.
demo.
Okay.
Oh, the demo.
Which is basically good enough for now.
I mean, it's like they're doing the demo the same way that they did on PS5 because I played it on PS5. I love the game so much. But if you play the demo, it will basically carry that progress to the full release. So then you'll do the first.
Really? Oh, that's awesome.
From there for full release.
So I haven't played yet because I've been waiting for the PC release. Oh.
Something that's really funny about that is so yes, on the PS5, if you played through the demo, then you just picked up afterward whenever you got the full release. I didn't have a PS5 whenever the demo came out, but I wanted to play it. So I downloaded it on my girlfriend's PS5, played it, decided to buy a PS5 for Stellar Blade, and then I, made my own account, enjoyed the game, loved it. Well, my girlfriend was telling me one day, she was like, I'm bored, I don't have anything to do. So I bought her a copy of Stellar Blade. She started playing it from where I left off in the demo. And whenever I talked to her about it, like the next couple of days,
she had no context of the story or anything.
Yeah, she was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, there's no story. I'm just like, I just beat this one boss. I don't know what's happening. I was like, what do you mean? Like, you come down and you crash land on the beach. And she goes, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's amazing.
Yeah, we figured it.
Did she end up liking the game, though? That's the important question. Did she end up liking it?
Yeah, she ended up enjoying it. She was very upset that I made her restart after she had beat the next boss. But then she understood what was happening in the game, and she was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is pretty good.
Well, I do want to, so because the Take-Two stuff came up, this is an interesting story. GTA 6 publisher drops DEI from annual report, replaces with questionable diversity of thought shift. And a quite significant shift that's making waves in the gaming world. Take-Two Interactive, the publisher of upcoming Grand Theft Auto 6, has removed all references to traditional DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion initiatives from its latest 10K annual report. The 2025 report includes just a single statement on the subject of diversity. We firmly believe the diversity of thought drives the innovation that is integral to our success. The report adds, we aim to provide an inclusive workplace in which everyone feels respected, heard, and safe. And then it goes on to explain in the article, is the editorialization part. In corporate settings, diversity of thought typically refers to encouraging a variety of perspectives, cognitive styles, problem-solving approaches. The idea is that innovation improves when organizations include people with different life experiences, ways of thinking, and ideological viewpoints. Companies like Meta and now Take-Two have recently adopted this phrasing in place of identity-based DEI language. So what are our thoughts here? Is this just a cover-up for DEI and it's still ongoing? Because that's my take.
I'll take this last. Everybody else can go ahead.
Sydney, let's start with you then, and we'll just go across the panel here.
I think they're full of shit. This is going to be a terrible game because they're going to just oversaturate it with their bullshit.
That's good enough for me. What about you, Niet?
Yeah, when people ask me whether I want diversity in media, I say I don't care about diversity of color. I'm not interested in that. What I do want is diversity of thought. I want to. And as they say in the article, that's the quickest way to an innovative product, whether that be a game or a movie. Having people with different worldviews and perspectives coming together to create something new. I'm all for that, but whether or not they're actually taking this on board or whether this is a cover-up because they know that there's been a massive backlash against DEI policies over the past 2 years is anyone's guess. I have no idea whether they're actually implementing this. Hopefully they have, but I'm skeptical.
Lumi, what about you, girly?
We already know it's going to make a lot of money. We already know everyone's going to buy it.
It's probably going to be the biggest game of all time, in my opinion, honestly.
It's like I'm already going to guess the prices now. Base game is going to be about $100. Deluxe edition is going to be like $150, and people are still going to buy it.
$180 to $200.
Because it's just ridiculous. There's too many people, too many content creators that will just buy GTA 6 specifically for GTA RP, because that's a very popular thing too as well, especially among VTubers, because that makes them a lot of fucking money.
Indeed.
And when we see the shark card prices, it's going to be insane as well. So unfortunately, they're going to make a lot of fucking money because it's a Grand Theft Auto game. I don't play GTA.
When it comes to their diversity of thought statement, though, do you think that this is an actual shift within the company's mindset, or do you think this is just obfuscation using language?
Camouflage.
Yeah, I agree with Cindy. It's just gonna be camouflage until they see like an actual hit in their bottom line. Nothing's really gonna change because they know that GTA is their big money maker.
Oh, I hope they have pride parades in there.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm going full Killdozer straight up. Like
They need to have a Killdozer in 6 just so that you can drive all over the sidewalk with the pride flag on it.
Well,
replace all. That's all it was.
We've all been pretty aligned, but I mean, you might be the odd one out. What do you think?
What do I think? I'm not quite sure. I've heard that they were like making subtle changes to the story or something like that. Did anybody hear of that silly, not creepypasta, like 4chan post where they're like, oh, the game opens up and you're just watching the wife and the husband like going at it. Like a lot of people think that it's going to be that bad, and I'm just like, I mean, like I hope to see like maybe a cool story. This would be like my first GTA game that I've actually bought because I never got to play it as a kid. But
really,
I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely not paying 80 fucking bucks for it.
You are interested in purchasing it? Like, are you gonna stream it? Things like that?
Not really, because again, like video games are too expensive these days. And even though like I feel like the part of the reason why is just because games have never gone up in price, I also just don't believe I could ever justify spending $100 for a video game. I'd much rather spend money on art that has more value to me.
Yeah. So. It's like I honestly stopped paying attention to fucking. I already forgot what the studio is that does GTA. Rockstar. I stopped paying attention to them after they neglected and let Red Dead Online die. I'm like, you guys fucking suck. Fuck you. I'm gonna play Red Dead 2.
I mean, there's a chance that they could make it not like a woke piece of trash. There is a chance that that's going to happen. I feel like it's probably going to be maybe a little bit in the middle because they recognize that nobody wants that. But there's still going to be stuff in there. I can guarantee it.
Yeah. The question will become, is it enough to make or break it? But before we go further on this, Zax, let's get your thoughts on this. And then you said you got to go or whatnot. So, yeah, if you want to comment on this, then we'll get you on out of here, bud.
Oh, yeah, I think this is just going to be, it's a change all, find, replace all, or control C, control V, as we used to say, to swap out the terms. That's kind of all it is, but it doesn't matter. It's going to make so much money. It's going to be the biggest game of all time, like you already said. And this is just, this change doesn't mean anything. It may not make it a better or worse game. I loved Red Dead 2, my favorite game of all time. So the studios can still make good stuff. I don't care for the online portion anyway, so it's not really for me. But I think that it's just a change of language is all it is, not a change of philosophy. And but I don't care diversity of thought, whatever. I just I don't need characters to look like me or think like me. I want to hear their stories. I want to be engaged in who they are. That's kind of how I look at things. I went and saw Sinners on the weekend. I didn't want to see more white people. It wasn't like, oh, I can't get.
Did you like Sinners, by the way? I didn't realize you hadn't seen it. Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. It was good. It's good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Yeah. It was good. So I don't think about things that way. So you can put whatever you want in your report. Just, I don't want to think about it in my game. And then, yeah, sorry. So Leon, I wanted to be here last week. I felt really bad. I want to be on your show.
You've got,
no, I really did. It meant a lot to me. So I'm glad you squeezed me in this week because last week I couldn't make it work. And so tonight I had to come and hang out with you a bit. And congratulations, dude. You fucking rule, Leon. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
You there doesn't sound like Keanu Reeves. You rule. Wednesdays and Saturdays are always an absolute fucking blast for me. And the fact that, again, you're a real life dude with real life stuff. I know my time zone's not, or my time slot isn't really great for you. So the fact that anytime you can make it on, you got an open spot. I just appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks, Lynn. I'll hopefully see you Wednesday. We're talking ghosts with Cameron and Pasha, ghost theories, spirits of the deceased. Are they energy? Are they in beings? Is it or time slips? What are we seeing? How do ghosts work? We're explaining those theories on Wednesday on my channel, 9 o'clock Central.
Speaking my language.
Yeah, let's go.
Love talking.
Thanks, everybody.
That's this Wednesday.
Catch you later, Zax.
Later,
homie.
Good
night, guys. Appreciate you.
I like that bot. Look at that bot.
Oh, is this a kid?
That's a
bot.
Leave this one.
Oh my gosh, you're promoting a bot.
God damn it. It's a bot. All right. Yeah, we are. This is actually only the second time we've ever streamed to Kick. I'm not going to be doing all my streams. We started this on Friday, multi-streaming to Kick. And then Asmongold stole my shit. He announced today that he's going to be, or yesterday, whenever it was, He's gonna be fucking streaming to Kick now. So
Yeah,
fuck Asmongold for stealing my shit.
Yeah, him, Tectone, and a few others are going to be multi-streaming to Kick now.
Yep.
They want to make it look like they're the ones that started it.
Today, what was that?
They want to make it look like they're the ones that started, and it's just like, no, there's a lot of people, myself and Lumi included, that have done it for a while.
Well, so did anybody watch Asmongold's video on it? I wasn't gonna actually. This was only a maybe topic, but since it's coming up now,
I want to give my piece on the GTA 6 shit.
Oh shit! By all means, go for it.
So the GTA 6 thing, I feel like Rockstar coming out and saying, "Oh, they're moving away from diversity language and shit like that." That's the same thing that we've seen companies like Jack Daniels, we've seen from Harley Davidson. They changed their DEI officer, their DEI, whatever they were calling that role, to the people officer. So they're changing the names of the roles. They're not actually changing the fact that the roles are still in the company. They're just changing what they're calling it, how they're saying it. It's all language change, but it's still all about doing the ideological.
Say the word, Hayden. Say the word you want to say. Come on, we all know you want to say it.
I'm no
bridge.
Yes, bridge.
It's bridge. Damn it. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. And Bridge was a company that was developed with how do we get them to change the way that they talk about it? Because Bridge says in their own words that it's not about what you call it. It's about doing the work and getting it into the company. And now they're dispersing people from that like ideological branch of the company. They're moving them into the other parts of the company where they think they will quote unquote fit, so that those people can start to work from the inside at every level. And now they're also reporting to CEOs and stuff like that. So they're now connected with the higher levels of a company from the lower levels of a company, and they're able to implement their ideology more. This is ultimately what Bridge wanted and could be good for the ideology that they are trying to push if people don't continue to pay attention to it, because they're not dishing it. They're just going to change, shift around, shape shift and move, and try not to be as public as they have been previously. So I think with GTA 6, they are probably going to change a little bit of the story. They're going to change a little bit of things here and there to try to make it a little bit more palatable for people, but they're still going to try to force it in at every moment that they can.
I honestly think I think literally the exact same thing. We are 100% on the same wavelength. It's I think the DEI game is not finished so much for whether it be movies, whether it be film, television, gaming. I think these agendas are still 100% at play. I think the corporations, BlackRock, Raytheon, the whole nine, these large investment firms still want to move forward with this mentality because it's their avenue towards a new world order, one world government. All the Alex Jones tinfoil hat stuff. I mean, I'm 100% all in on that, and they know this has become unpopular messaging. So the terminology change that basically softens the blow. We're almost going to be restarting from square one. Those of us that report on this sort of stuff, those of us that see the writing on the wall and wanted to make people, ironically enough, wake up to it. The original version of woke. We'll eventually be starting over and having to teach individuals new terms like bridge, or I end every single video of mine with, we care about real diversity of thought. Like that's how I end my videos. And I mean it. The chat, they're in here disagreeing with me all the time, whether it's solo stream, panel stream, Neon Leon, CounterCast, my own videos, the comment section. My audience is great about disagreeing with me. It's sometimes vehemently and viciously with a lot of name calling, and I'm okay with that because I value free speech. Like, so by all means, but that's actual diversity of thought as opposed to co-opting a more or less anti-woke term and turning it into something modern day woke where there's going to keep on the same practices but obfuscate it with these tricks of the language.
They will change the messaging but not the mission, and these people are embedded up to the highest points of all of these game development companies, So they will listen to their lower down acolytes that are throughout the different levels of game development whenever they come to them and say, oh, well, we need to add this character. Now, they might not be hiring consulting companies.
I think this is worth addressing. I think you're probably going to be able to add to what I'm going to say on this. He says they may change their tactics now they don't have federal funding. Bullshit. They might not have U.S. federal funding because of Trump being in office. So much of this funding came from the
USAID.
Not just USAID, but not World Economic Forum, United Nations. So it was outside the purview of the U.S. So much of the funding that comes for this is United Nations funding. So it's global.
Yeah, it's all global, and they're all trying to push a similar agenda. And whether you want to call that globalism, cultural Marxism, whatever you want to call it, they all need to embed it into every aspect of our lives so that we get used to it. And then for the next generation, it's a completely normalized thing. And they just grow up thinking, oh, yeah, this is just how life is. Then they stop pushing back and they're able to take control with their ideology. It's frankly disgusting.
No, I don't disagree at all. Anybody have final thoughts on this before we hit a couple soups, then go to, we've got two more topics. I know you've got to leave soon, Hayden, but there's one topic in particular I really want you to be here for. So we'll probably blitz through the second one, but anything else anyone's got to say on the Take-Two stuff?
No, not yet. No. It's just a wait and see. I'm one of those people where obviously I do kind of have my own thoughts about it, but I also really don't want to be schizo about it because, like, if I'm wrong, I'm going to sound extremely schizo. So I would prefer to just, like, think about it, but, like, be very conservative with just how crazy sounding I want to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you don't want to be like me and go all in on how terrible and woke and trash that X-Men 97 is going to be and then get fucking humbled. So...
Oh, that's not what I mean. I just mean that I don't want to, like, go hard on the extreme of saying, oh, it's going to fail 100%. And then it's just like, well, it doesn't fail 100%. It, like, does enough to, you know what I mean? Because I'm not one of those, oh, the movie's going to stink. Because it's just like, there's a chance that people will be okay with it, you know?
Well, let's hit some soups real quick. We got El Monster coming in with that two-banger. Have they said that mods for GTA 6 is coming? They have not, but they have said the PC release will be about a year after the console release. And whether PC version going to have mods no matter what, because PC gamers, PC Master Race, they know what the fuck they're doing. So there's your answer for that. PC getting mods regardless whether Rockstar wants them or not. C3 Old Man Cat, thank you so much. 5 Words of Paradise memberships. You didn't need to, you did. My man with a plan means the absolute world to me. I truly appreciate you. And Eric Jenkins, that two-banger, the end of Twitch is near. We're about to get into that. Before we get into that, let's go ahead and get all y'all a clip for those beautiful soups. You didn't need to, you did. You know what? Let's give you this classic right here.
Leon, Moxie, are y'all niggas happy? Y'all happy? You proud of yourself? I hope you niggas is happy. Congratulations to all the new single moms on the channel, but I just hope you niggas are just so happy with what you've done.
Daxnar, best mod in the whole damn land. Took you long enough. Good thing. Is that new
he didn't even finish the game yet, did he?
He has not finished the game.
Oh, little shit. Oh my fucking god! As soon as oh man, I've seen that clip multiple times. I have.
Okay.
I have a screenshot, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? What is this, Kata?" And he's like, "He's playing Dustborn."
It's so good. It's so good. The context behind that clip is so me and Moxie were streaming like on her show, and we stream sniped him, and we each sent him 5 gifties, so 10 total. And anytime he gets a gifty, he's got a song that plays like for 10 seconds or whatever. But if you send multiples at once, so 5 gifties, 10, whatever, it counts them all individually. And so he's had that song clip playing on repeat 10 fucking times. And he's had to sit there and wait and wait. Oh, it was so good.
Oh, beautiful.
All right. Kick, Asmongold, Tectone, all of them joining Kick. Akko, you were about to speak on this, so we'll just go ahead and kick it off with you. Kick it off. That was an accident. Anyway, go on.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. The environment with Twitch is kind of changing. I think that Asmongold recognizes that nothing is going to change unless he makes the action, because unironically, he is the biggest streamer on Twitch. I don't think there's really any, I don't know if there's any thoughts that are bigger than him. but he's the biggest guy on Twitch. So if he wants there to be change, he's going to have to do it by himself. I mean, this is something that you've already seen where he's like, oh, Elon Musk, you need to redo the UI for Twitter so that people will enjoy it. And I think that like if he's serious about this, maybe something will change. I don't know. I'm willing to hope and bet that happens. That'd be really cool, in my personal opinion. But yeah, I think this is ultimately a good thing. Diversification of content for him, and it really shows that Twitch doesn't have as much power as I think they do.
Viewers from Twitch that would rather watch him on Kick now that he's there.
I don't know. That really depends. I saw that he had like 30,000 people watching him on Kick the first day.
He got up to 30,000, 46,000 today on Kick.
Holy shit.
That's bananas. I didn't realize that he had that sort of. Again, I'm wondering what the split is between who is watching him that never watched him, because I don't watch. I watch Asmongold's clips on YouTube, but I never watch him live on Twitch because I refuse to use Twitch. So I wonder what the split is between who is now going to watch him that were avoiding Twitch, or who left Twitch for Kick.
It'll take a little while, I think, before you see that if he has a significant loss of people on Twitch going over to Kick, maybe. I don't know if that's going to happen because it requires like an entire change of viewership. But like, I don't know. Like, I do know that Kick has taken, what was it, like a year ago, I read that they took like 5% of Twitch's overall watch time. So Kick is not going anywhere.
They have about, currently they have about like 26% of Twitch's viewership.
Was it 26 now?
Yeah, it's 26 now.
Wow.
And
that's a chunk.
I can see a lot of people moving to Kick just because there's no ads. And also, don't forget, in your personal settings, you can hide the gambling categories and the hot tub categories.
Yeah, they make it to where you can do that. It's really nice of them.
Well, he's just multi-streaming. He said there's going to be literally no changes to his content whatsoever. You can just now watch it other places.
Pretty much. Which is what you should be doing. You should not be allowing yourself to be stuck to one platform. And this is something that I took from my previous manager. One of the best bits of advice that I agree with is that multi-streaming is really just a way of finding your audience. Because like if I stayed on Twitch as long as I had up till now, I wouldn't have realized that I could have upwards of 500 people watching me on my streams on YouTube. Because like on Twitch, I can get upwards of 30 people that watch me, and that's great. But like my audience is over on YouTube, and that's just an objective fact. So you limit yourself by not going somewhere else. And the future is no exclusivity contracts, and instead people being allowed to do whatever they want. Plus, there's no money in exclusivity anymore either, so you're not going to find that.
Yeah, I agree completely. When Kick very first started about 2 years ago or whatever, I actually tried streaming to Kick, and for whatever reason, I had an echo that like it wasn't a mic setting or whatnot, because I wasn't having on YouTube, I wasn't having on Twitch when I was doing Twitch stuff. I couldn't figure out what it was, couldn't figure out the settings. So I said fuck it and abandoned it. And I left my Kick dormant because I couldn't figure out the technical issue. And then just out of the blue it stopped. And that's why we are streaming to Kick at this point, is because like for whatever issue it was they had. And again, it was a new platform back then. They've been around a couple of weeks. Like I tried to be an early adopter of Kick and I could not get it to work. Like now finally whatever issues were gone, the technical stuff is gone. Kick has really changed the way they do things. And it's working brilliantly. Like while the stream is going, I was checking, making sure the audio was good. I do all my streams to X. Try to stream to Rumble, but I really, really hate their UI. But no, I agree with you completely in terms of the diversification. And you probably will reach a different audience than you would have reached on just YouTube or Twitter or whatnot. What about the rest of you guys? Where are you at with this? Do you do multi-streaming to Kick? Is it something you're considering? For example, Niax, you multi-stream.
Yeah, I've only just recently started streaming, but I do YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Rumble now. I just started a Rumble account 2 months ago. I'm interested in streaming to Kick, and it seems like they've been able to capture more of Twitch's market share than Rumble has with YouTube. Would that be a safe assessment?
I would say so.
Oh,
for
and
sure.
also Niet, you have a bit of advantage and stuff with the Kick side if you want to try to fast track getting partnership, because if you have a established a viewer base on another platform, I'll give all of you guys the email for it. But you
Except
email them. I don't know why they didn't give it.
Except
they
for
didn't
me.
give it to you.
Like they fast tracked her.
Yeah, they
and
fast tracked me to Kick partner and stuff.
it makes no sense because like she has
I don't know.
half of my subs and they fast tracked her to partner and there's like, hey, look at me, this is my audience. They're like, no, we're not gonna do it. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
but I would say I'll send all of you guys the email, but email them, give them your other platforms and everything, and they'll decide to push you to partner right away for that 95/5 split.
Awesome.
Damn,
Thanks, Lumi.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hayden, Cindy, you guys got thoughts on the kick situation? Is the Asmongold, Teto, and then moving over there? What this is going to do for not just the future of Kick, but the future of Twitch as well? That's the part I'm interested in, the future of Twitch.
Oh, I'll be streaming over on Kick soon as I can figure out this stupid OBS thing.
Multi-streaming is difficult on OBS. I need to figure that out as well. That's why I didn't do the Sunday special on Kick. That's only my StreamYard stuff goes to Kick.
Well, I can say that today I watched Tectone and Asmongold streams today on Kick.
Nice.
I don't watch them on Twitch. Like I watched their YouTube clips. I was watching Tectone just recently since he moved over to YouTube because I refuse to use
turned on
Twitch.
Tectone for a little bit on YouTube this morning as well.
Yep, and the diversity is good. And today in Asmongold's stream, he actually said he saw a little bit of a hit in his viewing numbers on Twitch, but he said it was basically nothing. Meanwhile, he's getting 46,000 viewers over on Kick, and like, let's be real, we don't know if those were bots or real viewers. But he was on the front page, and he's making money for every view that he gets because he is part of the partner program. Just being in a Kick chat, being there and watching on Kick pays you for it. This is the future of content creation. So everybody who was trying to gatekeep before and saying, oh, no, you can't do that, you're going to hurt your audience. No, it only fosters growth whenever you go to another platform. Because me personally, like I said, I'm a YouTube guy because it's an app that I've been on forever. I've been on there since like 13, I think was my other account. This account that I'm currently on is 2016. And I never did anything with it besides watch things. Well, I still go to YouTube every day. I've constantly got it playing on my phone. I watch Oko. I watch Lumi. I watch Niat. I watch Leon. I watch Cinevere every day. And a lot of the time, yeah, I'm just lurking, but YouTube's the easiest app for me to be on. For them to give me an alternative to Twitch, like I said, today, I switched over and I was on Kick for a little while just because I knew that was going to generate revenue for them. And it's got that same weirdo spastic bullshit that Twitch has where everybody's spamming emotes constantly and they don't talk in full sentences. Tectone said that today. He was like, the YouTube chat's kind of weird because I'm not used to my chat talking in full sentences and being able to understand what's happening. So I love YouTube. But Kick offers an alternative, and there are a lot of people who like it, and they, much like Twitch, they don't hit you as hard on copyright stuff. They're not as rules Nazi as like YouTube is or Twitch is. So I think it's the future to multi-stream and to have multiple places to be able to find your audience, and for the audiences to not necessarily overlap, but for the user and the content enjoyer to be able to find the place that they feel most comfortable and be able to join and watch at their leisure.
Final thoughts before we move on to what might be the last topic. We might have one or two more depending on who's going to be sticking around. Anything else we got on this?
Mm-mm.
No.
Excellent. Levistro for a 5-banger says, VTuber Leon Wynn, driving right now. This is for the company. Happy to do it for you, bud. I think about it now and again. I do. And I have for a while. I was like, man, what would it be like to have a VTuber avatar? Just for maybe days I haven't washed my hair and things like that. Like it's.
Do Leona. I think that would definitely work out.
For sure.
Oh my god.
For sure.
You could have a male and female toggle right there. It's perfect.
I could probably find you a couple of male customizable VTuber models because some just got released recently.
Yeah, that's right. Male models don't get any love. It's hard to find somebody that will do males. I'll be honest with you.
I love Hayden's model, but Hayden's model looks like Hayden as an anime character. And I would want to do that. I would want to look like me, but as an anime character, but wearing Saiyan armor. Like that's my, just a shout to Dragon Ball. That's kind of the route I would go. Maybe also, since R.I.P. Hondo had like a pet bird on my shoulder, so things to that effect.
I am the only one here that is part-time anime because I do IRL face whenever I'm not at work, and I do VTuber whenever I am at work. And currently, I am at work, but there are company logos and all sorts of shit all around me that I would just rather not have broadcast to the internet, and that's why I got a model. As a VTuber enjoyer, I was like, okay, I don't want to be a static image. Like, I'm gonna get a VTuber model for whenever I'm at work, and it's fun. You should definitely look into it. I will not condone Leona, but there's things you can do.
RDH Raging D Hit for 2 bangers says Rip John Redcorn 100%. Again, I wasn't gonna bring that up on stream today because it's super fucking depressing. But yeah, I agree. RIP John Redcorn, absolutely insane. I am excited for the King of the Hill reboot though. EB with that $1.49 super sticker. Thank you so much, dude. It was a hot dog. I don't know what that is supposed to mean in the context of this. So yeah, thanks so much, bud.
He wants your hot dog.
One more topic that hopefully we'll at least get Hayden's thoughts on before he has to bounce.
I just super love sucking dick. When I haven't for a while, I get needy.
Wow.
Oh, yep. That's Atreus. So this is more of a broad topic that I wanted to ask you guys about as VTubers, Hayden, Akko, and well, I guess fuck Lumi. We have seen a lot, and I mean a lot of this lately. Streamer bans. Petite VTuber got banned today. Hunter got banned very, very recently. The big one, Lucy Pyre, got banned. What's going on? Like, Lucy, you must be fucking joking. Twitch, I was in the pools category. What the fuck did I get banned for? This outfit, when this one was okay, but now
hers
this one,
I felt like was justified, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, for the hot top section, you have to be in a bathing suit. On the left-hand side, she is in her bathing suit. Right-hand side, it is not a bathing suit. And heck, I could probably grab this image because I have it saved.
Yeah, go for it. I'm curious. I don't know why. Because I mean, the Kersh's stuff was purely
Kersh's ban was justified too. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people mauled over that. Her ban was because she read smut on camera, and it's just like you really shouldn't be doing that. It's like I agree that it's dumb that Hassan gets special treatment, but you can't read smut on camera.
I agree, but she's also read smut on cam like multiple times. Like
no, I do believe that it was like she was like force reported by a bunch of people.
Yeah,
but
it's
a rule that you can't do it, and even if I disagree, she shouldn't have been doing it.
I mean, didn't she even say, "Oh, I'm probably going to get banned for this"?
I don't remember. I just like it's one of those things where I will criticize Twitch for having inconsistent policies, and I do believe that they were being inconsistent with her. But I still think it's a rule, and if you disobey it and you get banned for it, it's just like, I'm sorry. I do feel bad for you, but that you did break that rule.
But it is a consistency issue because what she said was, I don't know if I can read this on stream. And she did say that about halfway through because she read some of the lighter stuff. And then as she was reading a little bit deeper into it, she was like, I don't know if I can read this on stream. And I actually typed in the chat and I was like, you can't, don't. And
yeah,
she did,
don't.
And she caught the ban.
Okay,
and
here we go.
Well, yeah. Let me remove this real quick.
This is part of the official fucking Twitch attire from their community. Fucking whatever.
All right, share this instead. Let's here we go. All right, what does this say? Standard guidelines. We don't permit streamers to be fully or partially nude, including exposing genitals or buttocks. We do not permit the visible outline of genitals, even when covered. For those who present as women, we ask that you cover your nipples. We do not permit exposed underbust. For all streamers, you must cover the area extending from your hips to the bottom of your pelvis and buttocks. The coverage must be fully opaque. So, okay, but what she's saying? See, I'm very confused then because you stated that what she was wearing was
like,
against.
It's like, okay, look at the female one where
she's got the
she literally has like a thin piece of cloth covering her bitties at the bottom.
So you're saying it's this right here?
Yes.
It's
That's
the fact
why
that the hips are exposed, but like on.
But she didn't get banned for this, and this has it as well.
No, Leon, it's because that's a bathing suit. That is not a bathing suit.
No, that's a bunny outfit, which is bannable, but the hips alone. And here's what I'll say. I disagree with the hip rule because like you literally see women doing way worse shit in hot tubs, and they had like a really bad excuse because like Twitch did an interview with a VTuber where the VTuber while she was like doing the corpo sucking off was like, oh, why don't you do this? And they like jump around feigning while talking about it. There's apparently like a big difference between real women and anime people because they just
and that's
don't
why I want to
understand.
get at. Why is there that difference, or do you guys even know? Because I would think that digital shit should be less of a problem than fucking real women.
It's like, honestly, it's all we can do is speculate because they'll never give us a real answer. But from what I can gather from everything we've heard from them, it's because VTubers have to go out of their way to be like, this outfit, okay, I approve of this art. I'm spending all of this money on this specific outfit, even though I know the rules. That type of thing.
But human people also say, I approve of this outfit. How do they approve of it? They take it out of their fucking closet and put it on.
You know what? I've got a balance, but I'll just say, to me, it feels like Dan Clancy really hated all VTubers, the CEO of Twitch, up until the moment that he met a bunch of them IRL at TwitchCon last year, and then they were given a little bit of leeway on some things. It just kind of feels like.
Well, they do give a lot of leeway. I think it's very obvious that if you look at Dan Clancy and what he likes to watch, it's very obvious he has a lot of favorability over females. And again, it's just like, I think one of the biggest unspoken problems with Twitch and VTubers is VTubers can show up as whatever the fuck they want. Women have to, do a little bit more in there. And they have to put on makeup. They have to spend time. They have to get into a bathing suit. They got to do a lot more different stuff than just a VTuber model. And so I do believe that there is a bias, and they try and work around that bias by just saying, oh, here's the X, Y, and Z rules that don't obviously make sense. So while I don't agree, I definitely don't agree with these rules. I think that these rules are very much skewed towards VTubers. And whenever somebody tries to explain it on the inside, it really just sounds like, oh, we just don't really like VTubers. And yet they pretend they do by having silly little events saying like, oh, we have this VTuber support group that you just can't show the inside of because if you do, we'll ban you. But no, yeah, it's really weird. What's even doubly weird about this is this rule, this rule about hips and stuff. Do you want to know what kind of model it doesn't apply to?
What?
Male models?
VR models. If I become a VR chat model and I have the hips, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's 3D. So I could like tomorrow I could show up in a skimpy outfit in VR chat and I wouldn't get banned on Twitch because VR chat's different.
Yeah, it's
so I don't know if Huntress is being correct or not, but she says this is the video that got her banned. And again, that it wouldn't make sense to me.
Bro, what you doing?
That's just funny. That's not real. I mean, it's jokingly
burrito, isn't it?
sexual. Yeah, it was a burrito.
I mean, that was good burrito, apparently.
I gotta bounce, guys.
Yep. Hayden, tell the people who you are, where you. We're gonna raid ABF after this is over, but tell the people who you are and what you do.
Yeah, I'm Hayden Wayne 75. I make videos on YouTube sometimes whenever I'm very passionate about a topic and can find the time. Otherwise, you can find me on X at Hayden Wayne 75, and I post things that make people mad sometimes, but otherwise, it's just my thoughts on things. So thank you for having me. It's been fun to be here. Oko, it was nice to meet you. Lumi, Niat, Cinevere, Leon, it's always fun to hang out. Hope to see you guys again soon.
Take care, Hayden.
Buddy, brother, we'll see you in ABF here in just a bit. We got one more topic, then we can get on out of here.
Sounds good. Bye, guys.
See you, bud.
Lumi, Akko, you got anything? And Cindy, you as well, of course. I know that you don't stream to Twitch, so I don't know if you have as many thoughts or whatnot, but I mean, if you've got thoughts, go for it.
Oh, man, I heard about how they were treating VTubers, and that was ultimately my big decision onto why I never joined Twitch.
I mean, I think plus discoverability on Twitch is absolute bullshit, in my opinion. But we do have Summer Game Fest coming up, and these are the predictions. Hollow Knight Silksong gets shadow dropped. Is anybody familiar with Hollow Knight? And is this something that, that you think was coming, or would you be interested if it comes?
This game is never coming out. They did
You
not
don't think
mention
so?
a year. They only mentioned a year. They did not mention a day. Hollow Knight is never coming out. If it does actually come out, cool. But like, I don't believe it's actually coming out.
Why would it get shadow dropped when people want it so badly?
I don't know.
I don't have an answer for that. I don't know about you guys.
Like people, I played Hollow Knight. I really enjoyed it. So the fact that they're hedging it like that and they're saying, "Oh yeah, we're going to shadow drop it," I have to agree with Mama Akko. Then it's like it's really disappointing.
The next one, Resident Evil 9 gets revealed. I call bullshit. This prediction has been at every Summer Games Fest for the last like 2 years now, 3 years maybe. So this would be the third or fourth. I don't think we're getting a Resident Evil 9 reveal, and I don't even know if I want Resident Evil 9 since Resident Evil's not been great lately. But Nia, I know you're a Resident Evil fan, so I'd like your thoughts specifically on this one. Then anyone else can jump in.
Oh, I mean, as much as the games have sort of depreciated in quality over the years, I still want to play Resident Evil 9, and I'll definitely give it a chance if it comes out. But I don't know if we're going to be getting a game, because they seem to be prioritizing, Capcom seem to be prioritizing remakes recently, remakes that don't really improve upon the original game. So
you're entirely correct. That's my thoughts exactly.
I mean, I did hear that Resident Evil 9 is supposed to be focusing on their favorite boy, Leon S. Kennedy. So
the rumor is Jill and Leon in a game together, which we've never had. Those are the two best characters in all of Resident Evil history, and I would kill for a game with them together. But again, like Niet said, the game's been depreciating in quality. So
if they did have them together, would you play still?
Oh, even if they're not in, I'm gonna play. It's my favorite franchise, literally of all time. At least when it comes to gaming. So I like Resident Evil more than I like Sonic. Not even joking. I'm one of those suckers that no matter how bad a Resident Evil game is, I'm gonna buy it, and then I'm the mark.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has a franchise like that, so I'm not even gonna feel bad about it. Everyone's got one franchise like that. I assume, hopefully, right?
Oh no, for sure. You're right.
Lumi, Akko, you got thoughts on Resident Evil? Or we move to the next one.
I really don't, unfortunately. This one is the one that takes place in Japan, or it looks like Japan.
No, you're thinking of Silent Hill.
I am thinking of Silent Hill. That's right. Yeah, then I got no thoughts.
Yeah, that's Silent Hill F. I'm going to be playing the shit out of Silent Hill F.
You and
I can't wait. It looks beautiful.
It does.
I'm so excited for Silent Hill F. Lost Planet makes a comeback. I forgot this game fucking existed. Why would that? Where are these predictions coming from?
No idea. People who have more connections than we do.
I've never even heard of it.
It was an Xbox 360 sleeper hit by Capcom. Perfect Dark gets a release window. Okay, this one I agree with. This was at the last Summer Games Fest, but it was announced. There's no dates. I think we'll get dates now.
Yeah.
Nintendo announces a new Mario game. With the Switch 2 coming out, this also seems like a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
I mean, does anyone think the better question, does anyone think Nintendo won't announce a new Mario game at Summer Games Fest?
That's like asking Nintendo, hey, do you not want to make money during this?
They really don't want to make money based off of how they've been acting with the Switch in general. Did you guys see that the Switch will brick itself if it's not like, if you try to mod it in any way and it detects it?
Yeah.
Well, so that there's a caveat to that. It's not that it will brick itself. It's that Nintendo holds the rights to be able to brick it if they catch you making those sorts of modifications. Now, here's the thing. That's not a new practice. I've been trying to tell a whole lot of folk this. The Xbox 360 and the Wii also had this. Those were back in 2006, 2007. This is the thing is, when you jailbreak your devices, the reason most people jailbreak their devices is to pirate games, which is, having pirated games is illegal. So this is an old practice, and again, there's a lot of shit to bitch about with the Switch too. Like completely justifiable stuff.
Yeah, but
this is nothing new, and pirating games is, it is illegal. So if it's if you're gonna be using hardware that's got their brand attached to it, whatnot, and you're doing illegal shit with it, it makes sense for me for them to be able to do that. I don't like it, but it makes sense.
No, it doesn't, because they're also on that they're stating that we don't own our own shit that we buy. So that tacked on with it is just, it makes it shady, and I hope it fails.
Unfortunately, it's not going to. They're already sold out everywhere. They're refunding people because they don't have enough units.
This is true.
Yeah, but did you accept? I mean, did you have that same mentality with the Xbox 360 back in 2006? That was 20 years ago, and they were doing this back then.
My dear, I didn't own one.
I know, but my whether you own one or not, my point is like it's a consistency thing. Like my point, people are acting like this is a new practice, and they're acting like it's a Nintendo only thing when this has been happening for 20 years. That's the part I can't get behind.
Well, that's why I still don't own one.
Fair enough. Let's see. We've got Virtua Fighter 6 finally getting gameplay. I'm down. I can't wait. Virtua Fighter is the most underappreciated fighting franchise of all time. I want to see gameplay. And Marvel vs. Capcom 4 or Capcom vs. SNK 3. This one's never happening. This one might. I'd be interested because Infinite sucked.
I can honestly see Marvel vs. Capcom happening.
Good. So I'm not alone. Excellent.
Can you play fighting games on a Switch very well? I know, like the handheld version.
Dragon Ball Fighters played like a dream. There was low latency. Actually, had some of the best online capabilities of any Switch game I played was Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh wow.
Half-Life 3 and Skate 4 both get shown. Now this is the one I really wanted to read because they try and justify it like it's not a meme. We already know EA is working on a new Skate game. We haven't seen it in action yet. They've also been assets discovered in Valve's deadlock reportedly related to Half-Life 3's development, with some data miners believing this has been inactive development for years at this point. Both games are common jokes to talk about games that are never going to get released, yet there's a good chance both titles get shown up this year. It'd be the best way to kill two memes at once. I do not see this happening. Half-Life 3 and Skate, they're memes for a reason. I don't know why this year would be any different.
Well, and then if they do drop it and the gameplay is shit, it's just gonna make the meme worse.
It's like the ending of that movie Fanboys, right when they sit down for Phantom Menace. Like, guys, what if it sucks? iHeart Interactive finally shows off their James Bond game. I would love a good new James Bond game. Half-Life 3 never happening.
Yeah, I could see that.
Nope. Yep, I would love a new good James Bond game. I don't know about anybody else. We haven't had one since GoldenEye. Every other game, James Bond game has sucked. And that is it. And with that, I think it is time that we wrap up. Let's get on over to ABF stream. Let's give some outros. There was, I think, one more super chat. Yes, Eric Jenkins for $4.99. I've seen FleshTuber women show off whole camel toe and not get banned. It's dumb, especially in 18+ categories. Again, Akko and Lumi are far more forgiving than me. I think that this is absolute. If it weren't for double standards, there'd be no standards. If they apply this broadly to everybody the same way, fair enough, I'd be fine with it. But it's clear they don't. And I'm with you, Eric. I think it's absolute bullshit. But again, anybody else feel free to comment on that before we get on out here?
I mean, I agree that it is bullshit. I just think that breaking the rules doesn't really fix them because they're just going to continue banning these people. Just go to a different platform.
And it's like, okay, I already I know of some VTubers that stream on Twitch that purposely get banned because they know that they'll get sympathy views once they get back.
Oh,
I have
obvious.
private confirmations of 2 that have done that. Not gonna
Wait,
say
you did?
who. Yeah.
Oh wait, did we talk? I feel like we talked about that before, right?
No, we didn't talk about these ones.
Oh,
the two private confirmations of partnered VTubers on Twitch purposely getting banned for sympathy views and money after the ban is lifted. It's more common than you think.
Oh yeah, it 100% is. I mean, here's the thing. It's so blatant that it's just like, bro, you know what you're fucking doing. You know what you're doing.
Because
I'll be real. I've got the mentality if that's what you're doing, is that scummy? Sure, but also get that bag. If you're gonna be if you're on a platform that's going to allow terrorist supporters like Hassan Piker on there, then do what you gotta do. Twitch obviously has no morals anyway. Why should you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It feels like that's a case of 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, it's like at that point with some of them that do get banned at least once every 3 months. If they're suddenly surprised that, oh no, it's a permanent ban, at that point you're playing with fire way too much, my dude.
Yeah.
Some people pyromaniacs. That being said, let's call it. Lumi, tell the people who you are, what you do, where they can find you, the whole nine.
Well, hello, I'm Lumi. I have my own stream over on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and I'm going to be going back to streaming over on Twitter as well here soon. My internet's finally fixed, so I can multi-stream to more than 2 platforms at a time.
Nice.
Let's see. I co-host the Archcast every Saturday. This week, it's just going to be me and Savvy. We're going to be absolute degenerates this week. It's going to be fucking great.
Sounds like
and
women.
I'm going to be playing Dune all week. I'm just going to be playing Dune Awakening all week once it releases.
Nice. Akko, what about you? Where you going to be at, bro?
I am going to be on my channel, Mama Akko, where I do live streams talking about drama, either VTuber related or commentary news related as well. I don't run podcast. Well, I do co-run Under the Tea, which Lumi does as well. Yes. So we do that every Thursday pretty much.
And then we've got, which by the way, Mizu is on that show with you as well. And
yes.
Will be on with me this Friday for Neon Leon. So that's going to be awesome. We wanted to have him here today, but unfortunately couldn't make it just due to work scheduling stuff. But will be on the show. Cannot wait for that. Niet, where are you going to be, brother? And what do you have coming out? Because you had a video come out yesterday, right?
I did, yeah. On the weekend's awful Hurry Up Tomorrow movie. Don't watch the movie. It'll be a waste of your time that you'll never get back. But I've got a pretty busy schedule this week. Tomorrow, solo leveling with Gooch and some of the boys, which will be fun. Fan Rant Thursday with the Dualies. Friday night, we're covering The Matrix on Movie Nights with Niad on my channel. And then we're raiding right into the Badger Den. Sunday night, we've got FCE Live on my channel, followed by Late Night with Gooch and Gang. So hopefully I can find some time to sleep.
Busy fucking week, my friend. You have any movies or any videos you're working on as well?
Oh, there's every week there's one video that will come out. Yeah, for sure. So I think I might be covering Bring Her Back, which is the movie by the Filippo brothers who did Talk to Me.
It looks so good.
Looks amazing. So I'm excited for that.
Can't wait. Cindy, last but not least, what you got doing, girly? You streaming tonight, actually, I assume?
I actually will. Okay, so I'm going to address that. So today I got a surprise. Do I need to turn my volume up? What are you pointing at?
No, you sound good.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to figure out which way to point because it's mirrored and shit.
Oh, okay. But yeah, guys, I'll be on New Black Street later tonight. And depending on what time that ends, I will try and do a stream. So I am formally on vacation, but I will be trying my best to still stream on days that I have available. So, but yeah, keep an eye out, cuties. I'll try and make sure to post things on X so that you guys know that I am streaming and when. But yeah, that's what's going on.
Bingo, bango, bongo. You love to see it. And as for me, you guys know how this works. We got Temple Haters tomorrow, which of course Cindy will be there for. Unsure of the topic as of yet. There's a few things that I'm wanting to cover, trying to figure out what will be the best for the first TFH of June. We got again Mizu coming to Neon Leon. We will have videos throughout the week. And I just want to say a massive thank you. VTuber Takeover was a blast. This was an idea that I randomly came to me like Friday and was scrambled to put together. So mad shout out to Lumi, Mama Akko, Hayden, Niet, Cindy for doing this with me. I thought it'd just be fun to be surrounded by loving anime and cartoon characters. And honestly, this is a fucking blast. Thank you guys so much. In the chat, thank you all so much for the mad donos. You didn't need to. You did. It means the world to me. So many new vital idols. If you got to give it the membership, join the Discord. I might have to update the link, which we will do immediately after the show. And for those of you that can't or don't, that's A-okay as well, because you just being here helps spur on the conversation. There's a lot of great conversations today, and we're going to raid into ABF right now. So stick around, head over there, and type Vital Idol raid in his chat. Until next time, it's all here in the Nerdosphere, and this has been Words of Paradise.